Millions of people have experienced paranormal phenomena around the world.
Are you okay? Oh my god!
Most are terrified from it.
Jeez!
But there are the few that seek for the answers. My name is Matt Benton. I have been investigating the paranormal for a decade, and I am joining with Rocky from Chill Seekers to interview investigators across the globe to talk about their scariest and most extreme cases, to learn and share their stories. What truly happens out there, and what is the best evidence they can provide to show the phenomena is truly real. Push the door, please. Just push the door. Welcome to Devil's Hour Live. Hello. Oh, 1 second, we lost someone. There we go.
Ah, there he is.
How's it going, everyone? And we got a demon for the show finally. Finally, it's about time.
I have so many questions.
We have so many questions we need answered, like right now. Just kidding. Well, we are back. It feels like it's been a while. I don't know why. Oh, maybe it's because last time we did paranormal analysis, which, by the way, I got a new format happening with that, so it's going to be better next time for the paranormal analysis show. Nice. So now we got a beautiful, amazing person over here known as Scott Gruenwald.
The legend himself. Oh, yeah.
My man bun.
He went from mad scientist to man bun.
No, it's just it's my pandemic hairdo, man. I'm going to be doing this thing coming up soon, and they said we're going to give you hair extensions. And I'm like, I don't know what even that really is involved in that, but I don't know if I want that. So, thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah, it's I'm glad to have you. You're a cool guy. We've talked before in the past, and also I know that you and Rocky have met too. So I think Dwayne has talked to you by messenger. I think.
Yes.
Yes. Him a couple times.
So you already kind of know everyone in this group.
I know, it's just like old home week.
I know, right?
Dwayne looks scary. Dwayne looks like he's in hell.
Good. That's where I want him. I'm just kidding.
Stay there, Dwayne.
Stay there, Dwayne. Just kidding. No, just kidding.
Kind of.
That's what happens when you join Devil's Hour Productions.
You guys do a good show. I've been watching your shows. So,
oh, really?
Yeah,
Awesome.
You do some good stuff.
Thank you.
I'm actually watching one now. It's
well,
I
thanks.
have some of your real Poltergeist over on this screen. I got a Chill Seekers one on this screen over here, and then I don't know. Screen happy, man. I love it. I love this. And of course, the expensive fake background I had to add to make it look like it's garage somewhere.
That's a great green screen you got going on, Scott.
Isn't it great? Everything just looks so real. You can almost touch it.
By the way, this is the first time we're streaming in 1080p, everyone, for the people watching. So hopefully it's better quality for you. It was 720p in the past, but this is the first time it's 1080, so that's cool. I think that only matters for nerds like me, but you know.
Hopefully it'll look better on a 4K TV.
Yeah, hopefully it'll look better on a 4K TV. I just want to say hello to everyone because you guys are all saying hello, a Whisper Soul, hello, Sabra Black, hello, Nikki Rocks, hello, Richie, hello, Carl, hello, John, hello, 50dewest.com. I don't know that person. Hello, welcome, new person. B Snyder and Frank Sierra. Hello, Frank. How's it going? Hello, Selena. You guys are all awesome. Thanks for coming to join us once again. Oh, there's Julie, too. I found Julie. You guys are all here. And Paul McDonald. I think that's a new one. So, we're going to get into things. And we're going to talk about what's been going on lately. Lately, things have been extremely busy for me. I have my brother that came to visit from California. So I've been basically out and about. That's why I got this post a little bit later than usual. And yeah, so everything's been crazy over here. How about you guys? You guys been good?
I've been horrible. Actually, everything in here in California is weird. We have so many fires that I'm just under this orange umbrella. I can actually see outside. It's just insane. First the pandemic, stay inside, then kind of come outside, and you might be able to go outside, then don't come outside. And now it's like the air is so unhealthy to breathe. Well, for non-smokers, I'm probably okay. It's just creepy, weird orange. It's weird orange. Are we doing dolls tonight? I didn't bring my doll. Oh, yeah, I got a doll here. I got my John Zaffis doll. I figured John Zaffis. Yeah, well, John Zaffis has a bunch of dolls, right? So
yeah,
I didn't get it.
You got a John Zaffis doll?
I do.
I have an interesting doll. Oh, legitimately.
That looks just like him.
Absolutely. That's hilarious.
I'm going to need to get paid for you to bring that dog.
Looks like the paranormal Mandalorian.
That's my Paralordian. Damn
10 out of 10.
Oh my god.
So you have you've been on a few shows like Ghost Ventures, Paranormal Challenge, and also Paranormal Paparazzi.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've actually watched all of them. And so
you're the one.
You're the one.
You're the one star I got.
The 1 star.
They were very into. Every one of them was a learning experience, you know, because you start the paranormal, and you have this way you do things, you know, and the way that you are in the paranormal, the way you investigate and all that kind of stuff, throw it out the window, because it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter because you stepped into a new media, which is television, and unless you're a consultant or you do something really like a baby on fire or something, they really don't listen to you much. Cool thing about Ghost Adventures is it's all based on some sort of truth. There's a place and things happen, and they get the people that it happens to, and they don't really mess with your story too much. You're allowed to do whatever you say. But if you get on shows like My Ghost Story, nothing wrong with it if you're on it. A lot of people retire after their show. They put on Facebook, watch me tonight. I got my ghost story on there, and then it shows all the stuff they hated about it, and then they retire. They say, I'm retiring from it. You just got to be ready if you want to move into that, the TV part of it. You gotta play the game. You gotta know everything that you say could possibly wind up on television, on screen or not.
Yeah,
because it's the only data or the only footage, I guess.
Everyone's cutting it. Yep.
I have a really great orb picture, but do you think I'm going to show it? No, I'm not, because everybody hates orbs except for me.
Okay.
Love them.
Well, I have one big question I've been wanting to know. You know, in Paranormal Paparazzi, I noticed you interviewed or talked to Bob Larson. The guy. Yeah. How was that?
It was okay. So I fly into Phoenix. No, it's weird. It's a hard out. I'm in LA. Mm-hmm. You got to be in Phoenix in 6 hours. You don't go. You know, that's how it is on the road. And so I drove there, and I went to this Mexican restaurant, and I've been sober about 15 years by then, maybe 16 years. And I'm sitting in this bar, right, Mexican restaurant, and there's a thing of tequila in front of me, and I'm thinking, and maybe one of you guys can relate to this. I'm not sure. That.
Nah. I don't know what you're talking
about. So I'm thinking, nobody's going to know. I'm a big time TV star. Oh my God, right? I can do whatever I want. And I got this thing, cell phone rings. I answer it. It's Bob Larson. And he goes, what are you doing? I go, nothing. What are you doing, Bob? Now, if you think of demons being alcoholism, these kind of things that people have inside their lives, he stopped me from drinking that night. So I don't know if he really is an exorcist when it comes to demons, but I walked away from that tequila. And I probably should have. And then when we shot the next day, he stabbed me with the sword of Christ, and I bled. And I threw up in his trash can, and I met his beautiful daughters. And it was definitely an interesting shoot. The guy
Repent. Repent.
repent. Well, they said we're going to give you the demon test to make sure you know if you have one or not. And they asked me like 5 questions. Next thing I know, they got me up like this. They got a sword in my back. These beautiful young women are doing things to me. Be nice. And there, I was like, I threw up in their trash can. When I got done, I was driving away from there, and I thank Bob Larson for that. He has a hard time being interpreted correctly because he's known as a nut job or someone that's using Christ to stand on to get his face in the sun, things like that.
I was wondering, do you think he uses actors or actual people that really like? Because that's what I've been wondering. Like, is he using actors, or are these a lot of people that are actually going through that, or is it just crazy people? I don't know. I want to know. I'm curious.
He has a very light screening when it comes to these. Like when I don't do residentials, but people that do, they have some sort of screening thing where they talk to the person and they kind of find out if they're just kind of crazy, lonely, or they watch a lot of television. Those are the 3 big ones, you know. Or if actually something's really happening. Even the Vatican gets like 3,600 calls for, which is how many a day? Do the math. A year. About it, they need an exorcism done on a family member. Well, they do a screening and they get it down to about 300, and then they do about 3 a year. So a lot of people don't. Well, Bob doesn't. He's like, okay, demon, let's go. You know? Yeah. So I don't know. I know a lot of people wanna be in front of the screen. You know, they want to be in front of the camera. I mean, and they'll say just about anything. Cool thing about an investigation. A group that does residentials, you know, I wish you wouldn't, but a group that does residentials, they hopefully they do some sort of screening process. Not looking through their, even looking through their medicine cabinet, because I've done it. When I do residentials. I look at whatever books they have on their shelves. You know, I see what they've been watching on television, and we do this interview, or we would do this interview, and then when we get there, because that's the only data we have is that primary interview. When we get to the location, we ask them the same exact questions and see if there's any difference, because now they've had a couple weeks to really beef up their story if that's the case. And then you kind of know. You do the courtesy investigation, and then you leave. And I just don't subscribe to that anymore. There's a lot of people out there that have child psychologists and people on their team that can help people. You know, me, no, I'm going to make it worse. So I'm not going in their house. But so with Bob, he's met every president, I mean, probably going back to Abraham Lincoln, but he's met every president. All the pictures are on the wall. He's got a huge ego, but he's never did me wrong, except for stabbing me in the back with the sword of Christ, which still have a scar.
Nothing wrong with that.
Everybody needs a good stab.
So I can bring it home. Sabra's like, maybe Matt should have an exorcism just so he can bring home a friend from the other side. Yeah, I'm the type that's like, I want things to follow me home, and I want things to happen to me all the time. Right. And so that's the joke that Sabra's making.
Is it bad for that? No, it's not. And there's a couple of things that are like almost taboo in our field, if you want to call it that, in our hobby, whatever. And one of them is people say, don't follow us home. Okay. They have family, they have kids, whatever. But if I live by myself, please, come home with me. I want you to. But we're not allowed to say that. We're also not allowed to investigate people that just died, because people think, oh my God, how dare you investigate? But I'll tell you what, Lorraine, Ed, myself, anybody in this screen right here, you better investigate us the minute we die, because that's when we're hot. That's when we got something to say. So when people were saying, oh, they're investigating Lorraine Warren, she would have wanted that. Mm-hmm. Are you kidding me? She spent her whole life in the paranormal. And if people did an investigation and tried to contact her, they were poo-pooed and told her, oh, that's so wrong. It's not wrong. I think it's respect. And if Rocky goes before me, I'm going to be, at Rocky's house, the hostel he lives in. And whatever cheap hotel on the strip near his house. It's true. A lot of people look at things. There's a guy out there, and I like him. Nobody else likes him, named Huff, and everybody hates this guy. He's a great photographer, and I've always liked him. But he's done that kind of stuff where he goes and he investigates the warm body. There's not even cold yet. And I always thought that was really cool. But again, here we go. People attack Steve. Steve Huff is his name. People attack him because he does this kind of stuff. Everybody has their own thing, man. Maybe not put it on social media, but everybody has their own way of doing stuff. I use comedy. Matt likes to scare the shit out of people. I mean, it's like everybody has their, and he does. Everybody has their thing. And I've seen alcohol use, and I've seen fresh baked cookies and nudity. Thank you very much, and all these other things. So it is what it is. It's who you are. Brings it to the table.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of different people, different investigators out there, different type of work. I like seeing it all. There's different ways people do things, and same with a filmmaking standpoint too. The other filmmaker investigators out there, I like to see their style too. Interested. I'd like to do more of a dark style, and then I notice like some others out there like to do other ways, and it's interesting watching everyone's styles, especially investigating and techniques. So,
yeah, Satan called. He wants you to stop. You're giving him nightmares.
I've gotten to the point that I am so what's the word? I'm just so desensitized was the word I was looking for. Like completely desensitized. You've seen a couple of videos where something big happens, but I'm like, I'm very calm.
Why wouldn't you jump when the door closed? I asked you that 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Because I would Scooby-Doo it out of there. And that makes sense. The more that we are, let's say you're a prison guard. After 20 years, how many people have you seen kill each other? Does it really bug you anymore to see somebody die? It doesn't. You become numb to these things. The good thing about you, Matt, is you always have a camera rolling. I mean, I don't. I rely on other people to do that. Oh my God, look at Dwayne. That's creepy.
Good. Stay creepy, Dwayne.
Stay
That's
creepy.
how I like it. Just got a donation. Hold on. Just got a donation.
I'm trying to get my
from
tablet
Julie.
come back up.
Okay. A second. Julie just donated. Let me see how much. I want to. Maybe. Oh, wait. Where was the donation from? It just disappeared on me. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Julie, for donating. Thank you very much. She donated on the PayPal. You are awesome. Maybe I should do like a little draw here. Who wants a free shirt? Well, whoever donates will get an option, be a draw for a free shirt.
I want a free shirt.
I want a free shirt.
I already got you a shirt, Rocky. Thank you very much, Julie. You are now in the every dollar counts for a draw.
What is that, a raffle or something?
Yeah, basically. Well, I'm going to start. I want to do that every once in a while. I've been getting I've been getting so many donations. I want to just try and do something for them now.
We need to start
And
checking
so-
my messages about this show.
Millions of dollars in there.
God damn it, I need to find a new assistant.
Of your choice too. It could be any of the shirts in the store. Any of the shirts.
Oh, I see them now. How do you do that? How do you donate?
Oh, so there's a donate button. There's like a dollar sign. It's a dollar sign on YouTube. You can donate through there. There's also PayPal, and there's also Patreon.
$1 million. Gotta get
So-
you a shirt.
Yes, that would definitely get them a shirt and more.
And a pair of underwear with Rocky's face on the back.
I would give them a lot of shirts. That's a lot. Yeah, this one person named Mel, she donated like $500 in one stream. I was like, wow. Jesus, crazy.
God bless her.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Whisper Soul just got.
I see it now.
Whisper Soul.
It's a Whisper Soul. You do it better, Rocky. Thank you so much. You are now within the raffle. I need to get one of those apps that do a random number, and I will do that. Matt wants to party. Wait, I didn't read what she said. Matt wants a party with a Q and A with a demon. Definitely. I would love that. Q&A. And without any lies, I would like straight up answers. Would be awesome.
I was just reading John's comment that a lot of people claim that Steve does some faking. You know, it's all interpretation. I mean, I know that all of us here know that we do a 14-hour, 18-hour investigation. We get 3 minutes of good stuff. So we post it as a 3-minute video. People are like, how do they keep getting stuff so fast? I mean, they were only doing it for 3 minutes. A lot of people don't realize that there's a lot that goes into that. You know, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. So when people think that, you know, and all I can say, John, is talk to Steve, talk to him, become friends with him on Facebook or whatever, and ask him, because we're all ready for that. If you're going to post stuff on Facebook, be ready for the questions. Do you fake evidence? And to see how they react. If they react cordial and nice and with an explanation, that's one thing. If they get pissed off at you and yell and block you, you may have got your answer. You know?
Yeah, and for example, like I'm afraid, like my last episode I just uploaded is the most.
One? No,
yeah, right. The one I just uploaded is like one of the most. It is the most active investigation I've ever done.
Is that
so
Lassen
it's
County Hospital?
Yeah, Lassen County Hospital. It was insane how active it was, and it makes it look like it's fake.
Hospital? It was a lunatic asylum. It was crazy.
It's the real Poltergeist one. Full
Yeah.
episode. Yeah, I got it on the big screen on the right side.
Yeah, dude. Like things are being thrown. I'm not even kidding. 6 to 7 times in one night, and that's the most I've ever had anything thrown that much in my whole life of investigating.
Guys, there's one on here that I saw that you did. I just subscribed, so I'll get more of your stuff. There's one on here, and you guys subscribe to Devil's Hour Productions because this stuff takes a lot of time to do.
Oh
Why don't
yeah.
you tell me about the Matt's video?
Which video?
No, I'm asking my assistant why didn't they tell me about the video? So I didn't do assistant.
Well, I'll send you the video. It's out and going, and the like average is really good. It has like 123 likes and 1 dislike by 1 hater.
I like the picture you used for this one when you have the pantyhose over my shoulder. That's great.
Yes. So it's funny. The story, I was like, someone that doesn't document because he doesn't do any documenting anymore, he says. And so it's hard like finding a thumbnail for him. But the best shot of him, in my opinion, was with him on the Paranormal Challenge, and he's looking over his shoulder. But it's funny because he has a pantyhose on him.
Yeah.
I have a theory. Was that a planned gag? That
No,
you
it
did?
wasn't. Actually, the concept of the show is 2 teams go against each other to find the most ghosts.
Mhm.
And they go in a location. They have 2 set locations, and they investigate for 2 hours, and then they swap locations. They investigate for another 2 hours. Best evidence wins. Leave, right? So on the swap between the 2, from Linda Vista Hospital to the asylum, our batteries were gone. We didn't have really anything to do. And so we had a little meeting. We said, let's just be funny. And sing Partridge Family song, whatever. Let's try to talk to the ghosts, but let's just use our surroundings. So we were playing the piano and
Hello, doctor.
and we were talking, doctor. But we went in this place where the prostitutes go and they make their rounds, they make their money. And so there's this old mattress in there with a pair of pantyhose on it, obviously left from one of the prior patrons or the other way around. So I was sniffing them, and then I was using them as a trigger object. Well, that's when Zach kind of hits me up, and he says, okay, we took a minute break. He says, dude, just keep doing that. I want you to be funny. Just be funny. And we can hear them laughing all the way through the air vents because they're way down in the basement of the hospital. And so we're like throwing pantyhose around, and we're doing insane stuff. It was actually amazing. And that's what got me my gig, Paranormal Paparazzi. He says, I want you to act the same way as you did that night. No, that was actually a real pair of pantyhose. They're very disgusting. And I still have them. They're in my little thing over here.
So Amber wanted a question answered by all of us, is what she's saying in the chat. So we got Scott's answer. I haven't seen anything yet that where I think Steve Huff is faking, because what I've seen is a lot of like spirit box stuff, and that is a lot of banks in general. So I don't think that it's Like I saw one video of trying to expose him. I was like, that doesn't make any sense because the video I was watching of them trying to expose him with was literally saying that, oh, this one sound was supposed to not be in there or something. I mean, was from something else. And I'm like, that's what banks are. They're sounds from other audio sources. So I'm like, that didn't make sense to me. So that didn't prove anything to me.
I've investigated with Steve, a few times, and he gets direct responses, like at the location of things actually happening, of the places we're at. Like it's amazing. It really is. It's amazing. Like if you actually investigate with them. So no, not at all. He does not take any type of evidence or no.
But I do disagree. Like, I don't like that he tries to talk to the dead and posts it online literally before the even person is buried yet. And I'm surprised a family member since he has over 1 million subscribers, I'm surprised a family member hasn't even seen one of those yet and called him out on something yet. I'm surprised about that. That's the only part I'm not okay with. I think if you're going to do something like that, wait for a while, and also like if you want to do that kind of research, fine, record that video, but wait, don't post anything about it until it's been a bit, is my personal opinion.
Fine, Matt, when you pass away, I'll be like on the spirit box.
I think investigators,
like, no,
but here's the difference. Here's the difference. You know me. He doesn't know them. like for me, like me, I don't care if you did. I don't, and I'm also the type of person that doesn't care
can you say
about
that one more time on this video, please? So
yes, Rocky, contact me when I die. If I die first, you contact me, and I will try my best. Same with you, Dwayne. Contact me, and then I'll throw things at people.
No, you throw a pebble at me?
Yes, I'll throw pebbles. That's how you know it's me. Steve, dead celebrities clips, and then I'm reading comments. 1 second. Let's celebrities and clips into his videos, making it coming through their box. I had to see that video. I haven't seen it. Here's my brother. Hello there.
It's a demon.
It's a demon.
Cody.
Cast out.
It looks like your brother. It's not, Matt. Be careful.
Matt, can we use a Ouija? Can we use a Ouija board?
Yeah, go ahead. Go use one. I'll send you one.
I've used Ouija boards before. They've never worked for me.
You don't have to ask our permission. Go ahead.
The Haunted Side, Patrick. One of his videos, he made like a spirit threw something. It was actually him. Patrick threw a rock. Totally. No, I don't. I the whole time I was there. There's only one time I was blindfolded, and I don't think he threw it because for two reasons. One, they were looking the opposite way with the IR camera. You can even see him turn the camera. Both of their cameras were pointing the other way when it happened, and I personally, all the other times I know for a fact it wasn't them because I saw them. And
are you talking about when we were at Mackey Mansion, or was this somewhere different?
This is Last County and probably Mackey Mansion too, because it did happen at Mackey Mansion also. The Pebbles were at Mackey Mansion.
Yeah, I got a pebble thrown at me at Mackey Mansion, and I went to look where it came from, and there was nothing there. So,
if you ever try to contact me through Ouija board, I'm just going to try and move the planchette by itself because I am tired of Ouija boards because they're not good enough evidence unless it moves by itself the whole way through.
Well, you guys,
my opinion,
when I pass away, you could text me on the Ouija board. I'll text back. So
I'll just throw the Ouija board, then you know. That's the goal. So, Scott, what got you into the paranormal? What was those initial moments that made you decide, you know what, I want to actually do this. I want to actually search for this myself.
I'm a third generation investigator. So I was just kind of born into it. I have a twin, and my twin and myself, when we were about 8 years old, we were kind of forced into Ouija boards, this kind of stuff. we lived in San Diego. We had a big, beautiful house, and my mom and dad would invite all these people over, spiritual people and witchcraft people and all this stuff. Before that, I had a grandfather who bent spoons on the Tonight Show. Can't say his name for legal reasons. But I fought it. I didn't want to be. I was embarrassing to see my parents at a dog show or a car show because we didn't have paranormal events. We just had, my dad would take his reel to reel and my mom would take her tea leaves and they would do the stuff. And we'd have to carry all the stuff. And so, you know, my friends at school would make fun of me and everybody's like, oh, they're the weird family on the block. And when I was 16, I was at a place called the Brookdale Lodge. Back then, the only thing I cared about at 16 was girls, weed, and surfing. That's all I cared about. I didn't care about nothing else. That was it. Smoke weed, find girls, go surf. And that was it. I lived in Santa Cruz. Well, my aunt and uncle said, you got to get a job or you're going to have to go back to live with your parents. So I went up to this place called the Brookdale Lodge. It's very haunted. It's a big West Coast haunt. And I was there trying to get a job as it's stoned out of my brain, as a busboy for the restaurant. And I saw something. Now, all these years of telling people now, you know, my parents are crazy, you know, this stuff isn't, even though I physically seen stuff growing up, and my sister and I went through some really trippy stuff, my twin, I saw this woman, and the guy came and he was talking to me and my cousin, and he said, we said, hey, we saw a woman walk across that bridge, and he said, well, yeah, that's our ghost. And we're like, you have no idea you're talking to, old man. I mean, I've seen it all, you know. So he goes, no, let's go up there to the bridge. And we went up there and we saw that it's kind of a fake bridge. I mean, it's a bridge, but it doesn't go anywhere. It's just kind of for looks. So that woman could have never walked across and not come back because there's nothing. At that moment, it's like being in court and you're innocent until proven guilty kind of thing. And I could not say ghosts aren't real now. This is my first real experience with something. And I was 16. And from that moment on, I've been looking, you know, and have I ever seen anything quite like that? A couple times. But have I ever had the experience of that a lot of people like yourself, mad and stuff? I'm not a magnet like that, you know. Back in the day, let's say in the 80s, if a piece of paper moved, you know, a piece of paper on the ground moved, we were on that for 12 hours to make the paper move. We didn't have IR stuff. We didn't have, everything was analog and it was candles and compasses. These compasses instead of EMF detectors. And then people start coming into my life like the Warrens or I can't remember his name, but yeah, a lot of these famous people that were big back then. I started building relationships with them and handwritten letters. We didn't have anything like this. Keep doing what you're doing, Scott. You're doing good, you know. Then there was a place called in Salida, California, right by Modesto. There, they created Ancient Orange, and it's still there today. It's an IT school, but those security guards that work at that IT school, none of them work at night, and they've gone through about 5 companies because they're constantly being terrified by what's going on out there. I've had the opportunity to investigate that place. That place right there, dread. The feeling I get, I mean, right now, I've been to a lot of places, a lot of asylums, a lot of horrible, horrible places, the gates of hell, all these different things, different prisons and just really rich in history places, you know, and that place right there, I won't go back. That's for sure.
What was the name again?
It's in Salida, and it's an IT
Salida.
school. I can't say the name, but if you went into Salida and you said, is there an IT school here? Right there. I've talked to the neighbors. They talked about the government had shut down the school and put in big plastic screens around there and took out these big boxes that were buried under the ground, and creepy, weird human experiment stuff went on there. And I had the opportunity to go in there and investigate. Again, just the choking feeling, the scared feeling, more than anything else. I mean, I'm not a real brave person anyways. I get a little, like, if a door shuts on me, I'm out. Well, I'm gone. I will look at the footage, but no, it still scares me. It's after all these years, 30, I don't know, a couple of days. But yeah, so those 2 places, that's what really kind of dove me into the paranormal. And then there was nothing on the internet back then. There was no radio shows like this. We didn't have anything on the internet for the paranormal. nothing. I think MySpace was just starting out, and so we created a show called The Haunted Wolf Manor Live, and it took 12 hours to set up. We just didn't grab our phones and start going. It took a lot. It was generators and stealing Wi-Fi from the neighbors and all this stuff. And we got someone took interest with us, and they started posting our stuff. We started getting millions of views, and it became huge. And we would do this every weekend, and it took a lot out of us. And it was a very haunted place. And then it progressed into other shows that are coming out and stuff like that. So we just kind of stopped. But being on the ground floor of that and realizing, where do we stop being real and where do we start being entertainers? And that's hard to do because you look at your views or your numbers. And I know Zach goes through this. I know Jason goes through this. And I know all of them they all go through this. Ozzy Osbourne kid, they all are studying these numbers. And when the numbers aren't high enough, you have that urge, you have that feeling. I've got to boost this up a little bit. Not saying that these guys fake stuff, but it's in our nature to entertain. So we had to be very careful. So things that were coming out on Wolf Manor that were actually very haunted, things, balls moving, stuff happening, people getting grabbed, were actually real, but they looked so fake because they were so real that people were like, we're gonna watch Matt Benton's show instead. I mean, we're done with this, and then we all backed off and stopped. It became weird. I remember the one night we were doing a show, and we looked out to the street. We had a gate, and standing out the street was Zach and Nick and Aaron. They're like, hey, can we come in? Like, no, we're doing a show. You can't come in. Come on, man, let's come in. And they were kids, and they're still kids, and yeah, come on in. And they ended up shooting an episode there. They stayed. They shot an episode of Wolf Manor there. And there was something that happened to me. I got my feet pulled, and I fell out and cracked my head open. And they go, okay, we want you to be on the show. And I'm like, man, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't really want to do this. And I did it, And before that, I was a PA on the Animal Planet, and they put me in front of the screen, and that commercial for the saving tortoise thing, whatever, it still shows on the Animal Planet after all these years. Because of this beard, I looked like a captain of a sea ship, and they put on a stupid yellow hat and read, go to www.savethetortoise.com and save the tortoise. And they go, here's your $500, oh, thanks. And I'm never going to do that again. You get into a thing where you have to find out what works for you. And in doing, I hate to use the word acting, but when doing stuff on shows, you start realizing that might be your thing. We started doing comedy. And we have a theory that at the end of an investigation, when we all are just packing up and getting ready to leave, that's when something happens. Our equipment's not on. We're not doing it because 80% of the people that die, I think, are like 80% of the people that are alive, they're shy. It isn't until you're goofing off, you're punch drunk tired, you're farting, you're doing stuff, you're grabbing tits, you're doing whatever you do at the end of an investigation, minus the last one because that'll get you in trouble sometimes. But that's when they talk to you. And maybe that they just want to be part of and not investigated. So we started doing comedy, and we started doing comedy at like vaudeville and inviting them in and joking it. We start getting recordings of laughter. Start getting recordings of you're an idiot, you're stupid, I mean, those kind of things. So we went from that to naked investigating, which it was okay for a minute, but it got out of control. People were interested in it. A cattle call went out to you guys and everybody else that's listening, and 5,000 other people about a naked paranormal show. Would you do that? And most responses would absolutely not. That's making a mockery of the paranormal. But on the backside, those people were hitting us up for interviews. Everybody kind of wanted to do it because they wanted to be on TV. There was a theory that maybe the clothes are blocking, or you could feel cold spots better, but we kind of found out it was the vulnerability because we're all working on energy. Energy is what we're feeding them. So being vulnerable, standing up in front of the class, talking, no, wasn't going to do that as a kid. Going from an old school to a new school and said, this is little Scotty, everybody nice to you. I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm totally getting my ass kicked on the playground in about 15 minutes, we're afraid, we're vulnerable. And by taking all your clothes off, it makes you very, very vulnerable, especially around people you don't know. So we ended up doing it with the Playboy Mansion girls, the Playmates. We ended up doing it at Linda Vista Hospital with a group called Skin. That's the name of the group.
Makes
Now,
sense.
and Matt's seen a snippet of something that happened more recently about a protected video that we can't share of an actual production company that went, hey, let's do this. You know? And I go, do I have time to lose weight? And they go, no. The dad bod's in. Be fat. I'm like, great. Great. Got to suck it in the whole time. I'm just glad my dick was bigger than everybody else. I'm just saying it. That's why I'm the leader. Look at.
Well, Paul had a good question in the chat. I'm looking for it again. 1 second. Here it
3
is.
investigators, dead or alive.
Yeah. If you had 3 investigators to investigate with, dead or alive, who would it be?
Is that for me?
I think for all of us. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, you go first, though, Scott.
First, it's the 3 people in this chat room. Let's do that. And second of all, I'd like to take. I'd like to be with. I don't know, Peter. Well, wait. I think I want to take 3 people that have never been on an investigation before with me, because it's like going to a casino and. You always win when you first go, and then they eat your heart out and steal your money for the rest of your life. So bringing in new fish and a hostage, if you will, on an investigation. I'd love to be again with Mark and Debbie Constantino. I would really like that because they did naked stuff with us. I mean, we go way. Here's Mark's. I got Mark's clothes right here. Me and Mark were good friends, man. This is one of Mark's. He's got the ugliest clothes. Those 2 for sure, and then I think I'd like Billy Tolley, of course. He is so not TV, but he's on TV. He is so not that TV person that you think, because I've known him since he was DJ Inferno.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Temecula, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Temecula, so that's where I lived for about 7-8 years, I think.
Great town. Friend of mine, Liz Johnson's down there.
Yeah, and so, yeah, like what you're saying about the fake and everything. It must be different for TV because for me, I those lines will never be blurred for me. I take the paranormal so seriously. And I do like entertaining, but I do it through editing. I do it in my own art form. But when it comes to the evidence, and I do a little comedy now too, a little bit. It's more of skits, but I do it on the side. I don't do it as in my main content. I don't put it in my main content. I put it as small videos on my channel. But just because I do love comedy, it's fun. It's the most fun videos, in my opinion, to shoot. And I did do a little bit of drama when I was in high school, and so you get to use some of that again when you do the comedy stuff. So it's fun. I miss it, and that's why I started doing it again on my channel. People liked it apparently, and then I also noticed I lost subscribers too at the same time. So it was like, oh, that's not what they subscribed for, I guess. But whatever. But when it comes to evidence, like Dwayne knows this. How many investigations have we done, Dwayne? And I haven't posted anything about it because the evidence wasn't good enough to me.
Probably Waverly Hills. We did do a live stream at Bobby Mackey's, and that was pretty interesting. The spirit box session.
Mm-hmm. Only spirit box though, and so basically all the evidence is not to my standards for to make a full episode out of, and so I wanted really good stuff only for my videos, and so that's why you don't see as much episodes on my channel anymore, because I'm trying to get the good stuff. I want good stuff, and if I don't get it, I just don't get it, and it sucks. You spend a lot of money, sometimes a lot of money on location, but sometimes you don't get the good evidence that you want, and that's just how it is. But when it comes to the show, it's a little bit different. You have to make it entertaining every time. If I ever had to do a show and I didn't get anything, I would rather just focus on the story and about the history of the location and go in depth with that a little bit. It's probably what I would do. But if I didn't get anything good, but because I know that they pay for all the money to go shoot, and if you think about it, like that's why you also have to choose your locations wisely too. Places you know are active, so you're not disappointed too much. So, but sometimes I don't know if you've been doing it for as long as Ghost Ventures and Ghost Hunters and stuff like that. Sometimes you're going to get some duds, especially. That's why I don't understand why they don't investigate for multiple nights. Like they should investigate for multiple nights if you want to get evidence, at least some evidence in a 45-minute show or a 40-minute show. And so, if you want to get a good amount of evidence, get more than one night. Is what I say. And that's also in my opinion, to do a proper investigation, you want more than one night too. So
yeah, one night at Waverly is not enough.
Yeah, it's too big of a location. Yeah, I've been to Waverly. That one was I was there with Dwayne, and that one is we had a couple things, but nothing crazy.
We got to roller skate down the tunnel. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, I went down that tunnel. It's really actually that's the only area that we actually had some small things that happened. It was mostly like possible. Yeah, the rest of the place we had weird feelings, but didn't capture anything. But yeah,
did you do the tour or the overnight? Did you do the whole overnight?
The whole overnight. It's expensive.
Well, it was 8-hour investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did the tour, and we were offered to stay. Well, the girls I was with were offered to stay with these other guys for the night. I'm like, go for it, and they're like, no. I'm like,
yeah. So
great barbecue place. When you come out of Waverly, hang a right there on the corner. Oh my God, this place has the most amazing barbecue. I'm okay. Goes to Waverly, whatever. But the barbecue at this place, it needs to be honest, there's something insane barbecue, and I know my barbecue.
Yeah. Texas has amazing barbecue. There should be a disclaimer saying this is for entertainment if they do fake. I agree. Like the ones that claim they're investigators and everything, and and when it comes to their like YouTubers out there that are faking evidence, then they should not claim they're investigators. They should claim they're entertainers. They're making a little show for you.
And I'd like that. I'd like that if they came out and they said, for entertainment purposes only, like the obelisk. I'd be like, it says it right on the front. Entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, it's that clear. It's written on that clear sticker you take off when you.
Right, you peel that off, so you're. Homeowner don't see it.
So when you open the box, it's right there.
You only see it in the black light.
New equipment coming out, man. The new equipment that's coming out is insane. I get to be part of it. I get to see it happening right across from me right here. The stuff you guys are going to see on a couple networks coming up next season is stuff that you're going to be like, we need that. Unfortunately, it's kind of pricey right now until Jeff figures out a way to do it cheaper. But this stuff is like, it's so beyond. It's light bending. It's seeing around corners. It's insane. He's taken the SLS and ran with it, and it's not Microsoft anymore. It's called the BEC or the Track Cam, and this thing is nuts. He's got another thing called the Rad 559 that is just like it's kind of gangster using our area code, but that thing right there is it's intense, man. And I think he wants like $3,500 for each one of those, so they're not really for the market yet. But you'll see it. You'll see them on a couple shows coming up, and we get to just go and hang out. So it's kind of fun. Like recently we got to go to a shoot, and we didn't get to go near it because we're Scott and Jeff will cause trouble. But they got to take our the equipment in there, and they came back and they're like, "Wow, okay, this is not only entertainment looking. It's very pleasing to the eye. It worked." I'm like, cool.
Here's the thing: like you do things, you could do entertainment, but also being real, and that's like for you say you enjoy my stuff, right?
Yeah.
Every single bit of it. I don't dramatize anything, except for my voiceover sometimes. But everything when it happens and down and on the location, everything's 100% real. All the reactions are real. All the evidence is real, and you can still keep it entertaining that way. This last one, I guess, got extremely lucky, and like when it came to evidence, and I'm very happy for it. But like, it's so rare to get things like that happening all the time. And I agree with Michelle. I would rather see fake, no evidence than fake evidence. And if you're claiming this is a documentary, or if you're an investigator, I agree. I agree with that.
Peter James was an amazing, God rest his soul. He was an amazing investigator. Very, very amazing. And he used compasses and stuff, and he used Polaroid film, and he did things, not film, but Polaroid pictures, whatever you want to call them. And this is in the 80s. I think Rocky will remember because he's old. It was like,
I sure as hell do.
I remember those days. But we would watch these shows and we're like, how real is it? Never having the opportunity to meet him in person, getting close to him but not too close. I couldn't meet him. Was good enough. I just seen. Hey Ben, I see a lot of people like if you want to investigate 1875, the year style, use a compass and a candle and a bell. There's your $5 investigation kit that will work. The only problem with it is because ghosts are rare, it's boring. Over 30 years, the bells rang twice, and one of them was, I think, a notification on my phone that just sounded a lot like a bell. But a compass, it's number one. You got to have one with you. I mean, if you text next to an EMF detector, what's it do? It does this, right? You text next to a compass, it turns. It does the same thing, You take 3 magnets and you put them around the compass. You've just taken the Earth pull out of the equation. And as we move forward to try to take us out of the equation, not really us, but our environment out of the false positive of EVP, the dog barking that says get out, or the car that drives by that said my mother's name. It's too common. So by using white noise generators and isolation chambers, hopefully we'll be able to do EVP recordings at a Tokyo bus station and get nothing inside except for paranormal stuff, My son was 5 or 6 years old, and he goes, why don't you send the equipment to the other side and have them investigate you? And we're like, get away, kid. Now we're like, come here, kid. Tell us what you think. And that's my son, Cash. And he has come up with the most incredible ways of doing stuff because there's just too many variables. There's too many things that can happen, We know that if a door's shut and the window's not open and there's nobody opening a door on the other side of the room, it's probably paranormal because there's no vacuum involved. So we kind of got that. But if we put it on YouTube and we don't have a camera on the window, we don't have a camera on the people are going to go string. There's a string on the doorknob. They're gonna shut the door with a string, whether we like it or not. By putting a camera down on a compass and having it turn, that's pretty heavy duty. When a compass turns even slightly, that's a change in electromagnetic field in that particular area, surrounded in that tiny little area. So if we made it a chamber and we put white noise generators in there and 3 magnets and a compass and an analog recorder, we might get stuff, and we might get stuff that's real. But again, there you go. False positives make investigations fun. I'm sorry, I'll say it right out loud.
Yeah, that's perfect for spirit boxes. Lots of false positives.
Right. And God bless the people that make those. I will never bag on somebody's equipment. That's their livelihood. And the people that attack people on YouTube videos, I'm going to out them, like Steve Huff or whatever. Shame on you, man. Find your own gig. Why write on the shirt tails of hate or somebody else's stuff just to make you look okay? Because really, you look like a douche. You really look like. Ask your kids. Hey, what do you think about Dad doing this, outing this guy? And they'll be like, that's me.
I see that you build a lot of things. Seen from some of your Facebook stuff. Have you heard of the RSVPR setup?
Is it audio?
Yes, it's audio. These guys have heard it so many times, and some of my followers. I just really try and promote it.
You know what you need to do? You need to build a slideshow.
I need to make a video on it. Put it on my channel.
Carry
It'd be more entertaining.
Yeah, make it more
Jesus
interesting. Like,
Christ,
link it, then I'll have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Just link it out. But yeah, the RSVPR setup is basically you have 2 audio sources go into the exact same SD card. You have a shotgun mic and you have a stereo mic. You use a 4-channel recorder. And so if you want to validate audio manipulation, I would use this setup because basically if you captured EVP through the shotgun mic but not the stereo mic, you're validating that, okay, that is anomalous. That shouldn't be there because it wasn't captured on the stereo mic, but it was captured on the shotgun mic. And it's going to the exact same SD card. And what people don't understand is, like, if they want to prove that the audio's raw, they could show that through the media code data.
That's been done a lot. And back in the day, there was we used 8-channel, and we would put microphones pointing out this way to different rooms. And then we'd have our primary mic right here, again, on reel to reel. Ridiculous sounding, but it is.
You want them close though, because you want them to pick up the same sounds. So if you because if you do it long distance, if you do it long distance from each other, then that one could capture maybe something that the other one didn't. But if there's 2 things right next to each other, they both should have picked up the exact same sound if it's loud enough. So if you get a weird whispery voice into that shotgun mic, but not the stereo mic, that's more interesting. But if you have, like, you know, what you said, like something from another room and then something in this room caught it but not the other room, it could just be something closer to that mic or maybe not the other. There's more false positives with that. But when it comes to this setup, you're eliminating the false positives if you get some kind of anomalous voice out of the other thing and not, out of the shotgun mic and not the stereo mic.
So you could use a Zoom mic, 4-channel Zoom mic.
I use that.
And that's a 360 recorder to do 4 different recordings on the same SD card.
Yes.
Yeah, we've done that. You know what? It helps if you're a lone investigator. I'm at it. Not that you're a lonely guy, but I have a feeling that you may investigate a lot by yourself. Not saying that you don't have a life or anything, but I think it's a pretty good one.
I don't like going with it.
You can't grab everybody's recorder, drop it on Adobe, do everything, and just run it. You can. I mean, that's how we do it. And then, and watch all the recordings and see if that's happening, but they're rubbing it with their hands.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. So link me to whatever you're doing, and I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
I also put a MadCheck 95 sensor, which a lot of people don't know about. MadCheck 95 sensor is something that scientists use for capturing the sound of EMF. So it captures it basically kind of like a metal detector, but for EMF. And you could also connect that to your 4-channel recorder. So basically, if you get an EVP, an anomalous EVP, and being able to validate it and everything, and you capture an EMF spike of audio too, then you're validating that maybe that EVPs are made out of electromagnetic fields, being created from electromagnetic fields in some anomalous way that we don't know 100% about yet. So that's another thing added to the
online class right now.
Yep, take your online classes.
It's certified.
But basically, I should set up make a video so I can stop talking about it on this channel because I talk about it a lot, and I really
make a slideshow for the next week.
Yeah.
So that way you can go, we can slide through what you're talking about. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, because some of my followers have already heard this before. But actually, there's some new people in here. But for the new people that have joined, please subscribe because there's going to be a lot more 100% real paranormal videos on this channel.
Subscribe at your own risk.
Subscribe at your own risk and watch the real Poltergeist episode because a lot of good stuff happened in that episode. But it's any of the followers from Scott, highly recommend checking out that evidence. I'm here for the evidence, guys. That's what I love and do this for. And so that's why I really try to promote that evidence. Like that video I've been promoting like crazy because the evidence is so crazy to me. But you're always going to have people that think you're fake. Which is why, Scott, what I do now? Because of this, I was featured on Sir Spooks a few times, and then they think I'm faking evidence. So now I'm editing all my videos for my live streaming my editing, and also going to live stream my reviewing process, so people know nothing's been faked. And I'm going to be doing that on my Patreon and everything, so anyone can see it. Anyone can. So basically, that's the idea I'm going to start doing. So no one could claim I'm faking anything because you get to see the editing process and the review process. So there you go.
But I don't really think you need to do that, man. If people don't like you, let them kick rocks, man. because there's millions of us that love you, bro. We don't doubt your stuff. I think it's the most terrifying crap I watch on. I mean, not crap, but I mean the most terrifying stuff I see.
No, you're right. No, keep going, Scott. You're right. Keep going.
No, I mean it's. He sent me a video.
Crap you've seen.
You were living, maybe in Temecula. You sent me a video, and I watched it. Oh wait, we have a caller. Oh wait, better not. Brian Holmberg. Love him.
24 hours of Matt Benton. That would be like illegal in like 33 countries. So,
What were you saying?
I've gotten so much crap for the naked investigating. I mean, and the comedy. I'm making a mockery of it. My Parahorse shirts have been attacked so many times by different people out there, and I mean, people are just going to be jerks, man. But the cool thing about when you attack my Parahorse shirts, I sell more shirts. I should send them royalty checks. 1 second.
Yep, no problem.
Hey, I got to call you back. Okay, I'm on a radio show. What's going on? You all right? Wait, how did it happen? Guys, I got to go. Have a great night. We'll see you.
I'm good, Scott. Go ahead and click camera off.
Yeah.
And, there you go. You're muted. Matt, you're muted.
Okay, I'm unmuted now.
Oh,
Sorry,
there you
there's
go.
noises in the background, so I'm keep muting myself. That looks like he had an emergency, probably.
Well, let's scroll through the evidence. Let's see what he provided, and then we'll get some feedback. Let's shoot. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
he
it.
told me a little bit about it, so I'll show one piece that he has sent me. 1 second, let me download that photo. Yes, and also if you guys have any questions, just let us know.
Let's see what he got.
Okay, 1 second. Let's try to open it.
So what? So Spooks really called you out and said,
Oh, not so spooks, people from his followers.
People from. Okay, so which video was it? Which video did they think was?
Oh, a lot of it. Basically everyone I posted that's been on this channel. So because they're so good.
Watching, I've known this dude for years, and there's no way in hell he would ever fake evidence. And that I'm co-signing Matt Benson right now. So I didn't I'm respecting him. So I'm letting you know this dude, Matt, 100% certified from Rocky.
Yeah, like anyone that's investigated with me knows I don't do any of that.
I don't like investigating with Matt, to tell you the truth. That's all I'm gonna say. Because everyone around him gets affected. Everyone around him. Not
Yes.
this,
Yes, exactly. I'm trying to get that photo up in the chat. So yeah, he has something that he told me about. I'll talk about it a little bit.
One of my long ass comments.
1 second. I found it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I see.
What happened? Did it disappear? Oh, there it is. Okay. Disappeared on me. There we go. Now I'm going to download it. Save image. Pictures. No, downloads. Save. Okay. Saved it. And now opening it up. And I'm going to share the screen. Okay, so
what describe what we're going to watch right now before you post it. Like what's going to happen.
So basically, this is what he told me about, is that when he was in his own different apartment that he goes to, that he just apparently hangs out in his own apartment that no one goes to. It's like his quiet place, I guess. And so he says no one's ever been to that apartment, and he was just taking a funny selfie photo, and he accidentally caught something on his camera, and he was actually freaked out by this, that he actually left, is what he said to me when he saw this, because he was the only one in the building. Here, 1 second. I got the photo. Let me share the screen first. Let me also remove this for you guys. Dwayne's still kind of in there. I'll just leave it. Okay, so here it is. So it's a funny selfie, but look at what he caught within the reflection of his. I'm
on my phone. I really can't see it, but what do you see?
So basically, you see someone standing in the reflection of his photo, and
And there was no one there, no one with them.
Yes, that's what he was saying.
Oh wow!
You see it?
Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
So he said that no one was in his his apartment when he took this photo, and so. Yeah, that's a little creepy. Actually, if you look closely, you actually see this one faded out, this leg right here. And he said this is to his bathroom, not the front door. I was asking if it was the front door. He said no, it was his bathroom. Yeah. And it looks like this person's carrying something also. So pretty weird.
The case to your soul.
Yeah, so that's interesting, I think. Intriguing. So yeah, right there, guys. He's when he said this to me at first, I didn't know what he was talking about. Then I looked at his glasses. I'm like, oh, I see. Ew.
Is that as far as you can zoom in, or can you zoom in more? Will it become pixelated?
Yeah, I can move it. I can zoom in more. That's as much as I can zoom.
Okay.
Right in the glasses right there.
That is trippy.
Yeah, that's a good one. And it was from a selfie. Selfie with a ghost.
Looks like somebody taking out the trash. Just kidding.
Except this person said this was the restroom area. I mean, why I say this person Scott said that. So I think that's interesting. I don't know. It's funny. It's a funny photo too to capture a ghost. Hello there, Scott.
Look at the chat, Matt.
I'm checking now.
Let's go, Matt Bagans.
I can't see the chat when I'm looking at the other stuff. Jesus. Why? What happened?
I know, mine too. All right, let's see. Look like I leave World War II.
I guess there's been a few comments
That's
or
your
questions.
job, Wayne.
Yeah, but all these comments are going through
Joe
fast.
is trying to get you.
Hard for me to stay on one.
So
okay,
looks really tall. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm going through, trying to look for questions.
Tacos, 2 for $4. Be sure to inbox me.
If you could have one-on-one spirit session with anyone, who would it be? And with and why? To all, please. Okay. I would say
Anytime.
you answer first.
Easy. I want to talk to God.
Let's go with humans. With human spirit.
Someone you know, somebody.
Human spirit, Jesus. Does that count?
I've been trying to contact my father that passed away in 2010 through spirit box.
It's pretty. Yeah, I understand why. We all have questions.
I know. I would like to talk to Stephen Hawking.
Who?
Stephen Hawking.
That smart guy.
Yes.
Physicist
and
physicist,
yeah.
Right?
You think
yes.
his voice? You think you would have his real voice, or would it be the?
Yeah. Well, it's probably get his real voice, maybe. I don't know. Okay, more questions. What about you, Dwayne, first? Because he said to all of us.
He said
Oh, wait.
his father.
Scott back?
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, are you still going?
Hey.
Are you still wanting to?
Yeah, we just had some stuff happen around here.
Okay. Hopefully everything's not too
Well,
bad, is it?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But I want to thank you guys for having me on your show. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you for coming on.
But
Sorry, I just saw you in front of there, so I wasn't 100%.
Oh,
Okay.
how weird, you weirdo! You're
Yeah, we're just watching you.
Want to do something really cool?
He starts undressing in front. Oh my God. A man on fire. Yes. Content.
Have a great night.
See ya, man.
Did that just happen right now, or am I?
I think so.
Man on fire. First time on my stream.
I don't know how to.
Yeah, that just happened.
It's awesome.
You gotta love Scott.
Get on the show, Scott.
Hey, Matt, I didn't know we could burn our kidneys on double power.
I knew. Oh, finally, we got flashed on camera.
Wasn't what I expecting, but I'll take it.
Oh goodness.
Frank says, speaking of videos, when is the documentary coming out? So right now, trying to get, it's still in the editing process. Yeah, I've been pretty busy since my brother's been here. So
It's not a brother, it's a demon. You need to get rid of it.
Demon, get rid of the demon.
Get rid of the demon.
Haha, Matt Bagans.
Rock on.
Okay, that's the same question over and over. People asking questions in the chat. Going back. Going for more. 1 second. Looking for all the questions. Paying attention to the chat. There are questions.
Paranormal voice. 116.
Is that this one question?
Carl said I could smell that from here. Oh, man, that's awesome.
Tell us what's different about you. Is it your hat? Rocky?
Yeah, new hat.
I'm trying to find more questions. So far, I've only seen 2.
Angel, Amari, Frankie. AAF.
There's one from Paranormal Voice question. What are your thoughts on low quality recorders? And
Okay.
I think they capture the best evidence. So that's why
My thoughts on it is that the lower the quality, the worse the pareidolia. The worse the pareidolia, because you're gonna get a whole bunch of sounds from it that sound like voices and whispers, which is what I found out when I tried to compare the two.
Whispers.
So squishy to poke them. Wait, what is this coming from? Oh, the chat's getting weird.
It's always weird.
I
You just
know,
don't
right?
read it as much. You're just going more into it today. You don't know what we have to put up through the last 11 weeks. So, you know.
Get oversaturated. Yes, I believe location could get oversaturated with investigating. Definitely. That's what I feel like Waverly Hills has become. It's being investigated like every weekend, probably. What do you guys think?
interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
They have
Yeah, every time you say interesting, me and Dwayne are going to say interesting. So we got to get on top of that, Dwayne.
Yes, definitely. You can. You have to think bigger picture, easier to manipulate into words. Baby, I'm still traumatized from chess. Good. Be traumatized by the content on this channel. Just kidding.
I told you, subscribe at your own risk. People don't want to listen to me,
Poking
but just letting you know. So,
hell yeah. Art has a question. What's the other question? A question. Okay. There's the one.
I wanted to know what like his I don't know, favorite equipment he uses. I heard it was a ghost box, but that's just me. So
Yeah.
because we all know the ghost box is the number one piece of equipment to use on a paranormal investigation. Of course. Don't you agree with me, Dwayne?
Well, I'm still doing research on the on the spirit box, and yes, I believe it works. And yeah, there's times that it doesn't work. You're just getting a bunch of radio shit.
You should have just left off at the
But
first 3 sentences, and we should have been okay.
yeah, I'm still doing research with that.
You know, I'm deleting you from the ITC community.
Hey,
Actually, I'm going to implement a actual audio recorder that records the audio that's going in. So when
my being on the chair of representatives for ITC research.
oh yeah.
you know how
Dwayne
Matt wants to be able to record the session and also see what's being manipulated by the audio that's going in. I'm going to add an audio recorder to mine, so it records the radio that's going in, so we can review it with
Good
the
idea.
audio that's being manipulated that's coming out.
There you go. Do that. Except one issue. With all the things, the guitar pedals and everything you add to yours, the more manipulation sound.
No, it's going to record the audio coming from the radio. The audio recorder is going to record the audio coming from the radio, so you know that what comes from the radio is being manipulated by spirit.
Yeah, I understand that part. I'm talking about, are you using it through a box or just radio, and that's it?
No, the audio is going to go into the radio, and then the audio is going to come from the radio into the box. So when the box is being used and it's being manipulated, you have the straight audio from the radio clips that are
That's
being.
my point, though, because it's gonna sound different. It's gonna sound different. Through the box,
I got something. Hey, I recently was moving from my pad, and like that night I had my crystal going, and then the following day, like I didn't get like anything, I just went around with my crystal. Hey, blah 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 blah, nothing. Following day, the crystal went off, like on an immense. Now, was it paranormal?
Mm-hmm.
You could go watch my footage on my Facebook and decide for yourself.
You're talking about the lights, right? The lights
that
on
is
it.
correct.
Well, the thing is, every single time I see you use it, though, I always see it flickering.
There wasn't no. When the night I tried to use it the first time, because my friends wanted to, go check out to see if my place really was, haunted, because there was a lot of like things just happening in the house before I moved out. And like during the nighttime, nothing happened. The crystal was great, lit, it stayed lit, nothing. And then the following day, it started just going off, started acting up. So if anyone that you guys could go check it out for yourself on Facebook, live videos, it was the Rocky Gates, 2 videos, like my last 2 live streams. So you guys could decide what you feel about it. Those that have seen it, what do you think? It didn't happen, shoot out the comments right here. So.
Yeah, everyone loves to pick on me. I'm an easy target, guys. Very easy.
You are an easy target.
Yep, I have so much material for people. The list is endless.
Amazing.
I've a video on which I'm thinking is what you meant. I have a video on my channel called Debunked Ghostbox. I used the Ghostbox for 15 years until I did controlled testing with a group of people. I won't use one now and invalidated it 15 years of evidence. I'm curious to what you're talking about. Yeah. Different. I'll go check it out.
So my question is, how was it a controlled?
That's why we need to check out the video. You probably can't explain it all in the chat. What do you think of all the? What do you think of the Necrophonic app? Is what Paul McDonald says.
Invented by Keith Weldon. Nothing is manipulated with the app. Everything that comes through is, whatever comes through.
By the way, I haven't talked to you guys about this yet, but for the Paranormal Analysis show, I'm having Justin Brown as a co-host, and so I want you to come on one of the episodes, Rocky.
I am. I'm sorry. Last week, I was moving out of the house.
No, I mean we're going to talk about spirit boxes as a debate.
Oh my God! Spirit box.
Yes, get your debates ready.
Oh my God!
This episode's going to go. I'm going to be making a lot of debate subjects sometimes with certain people, but they have to be. I need one side on for it and one side against it, and so we're going to.
Let me get this right. You chose me to debate instrumental trans communication. Is that correct?
Exactly.
I am goddamn honored. Thank you, because that means I would be the number one representative.
I can get Steve Huff on here too. We'll get Steve Huff on here too. Then it'll be Justin Brown and myself versus you and Steve Huff.
What am I the referee?
You're the referee, Dwayne.
I already know what Brown's going to say before he says it, and he already knows what I'm going to say before.
You just have to look at it non-biased point of view,
Dwayne. The only difference is going to be on video now. That's pretty much it. So it's
actually the chat will be the referee. Who's the winner? Who wins the debate?
I definitely will share that day.
But yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. It's going to be once every month. And so, yeah, it'll be Justin and I hosting that one. So it's going to be a little bit different for that show. I want to do a little bit more breakdown stuff, science stuff on that one. So, okay. And then I want to have
hella funny.
And the Devil's Hour Live is going to be 3 times.
You know what? I would prefer, I appreciate you bringing on, Steve, and if
speaking of the devil.
Hello, Brown. How you doing? So, Mr. Brown, how you doing? No, I'll bring on let me bring on an inventor. Let me bring on someone with me. Steve Huff, 110%. Great dude. But I would like to bring on with me the man who I respect, who completes apps, who makes these devices, who works and gets some interesting things that come through. Keith Weldon.
Okay, so we'll have you two debate versus Justin and I.
I'll do it.
Okay, here, Justin, I want to get you on here if you can. I want to send you a link.
No, don't bring him on now. It's not 2 against 1 right now.
No, I'm not doing that right now. Just inviting him on. I'm introducing him to the channel. It's different.
Rock on.
We're not debating right now. We're not debating. We're saving it. But I want to just introduce him to my channel. It's been a while, and I have a lot of new followers that I want to introduce him to. So let me invite him real quick. 1 second. If he could join. I don't know if he can or not. But here. Sending you the link, Justin. You don't have to if you can't. Just. But I'll send it anyway. And paste. Okay, there you go. It's sent to your messenger. So yeah, we'll be doing that in the future. I think that's a good team up to do for a debate. I like debates. I've always loved debates. I've done it in high school. I used to be in a debate class, and so now I get to do it again, but in the paranormal field. So it'll be fun.
So how are you gonna do this debate? Are you gonna like pull out like subjects and critique, or just like certain
Yeah,
questions?
we're gonna choose a topic. We'll probably focus about 30
Am I
minutes
gonna
on
get a chance to see the questions before they're asked, or
it. Maybe. I'll. Sometimes it kind of goes naturally. Sometimes, yeah. So yeah, think of what you want to say. Get yourself ready. Get yourself like research ready or whatever you want. And we could probably do it this month if you want. I could put that as a debate subject.
we should debate when we should be doing this?
When should we be doing this?
We should debate on when we're gonna do this.
We'll do it. Let me give you the exact date. 1 second. The 27th of this
I don't
month.
debate the- I don't like the 27th.
27th of this
I
month.
don't like the 27th.
You don't like the 27th of Sunday? Same days. That was our live. Is every
It's
Sunday.
half a moon, and it's not good for ITC research. I need to.
We're not going to actually perform ITC while we're.
Yeah, I know, but I'm a Taurus. I won't be feeling good that day. Everything, all the odds are against me on the 27th. I need a different day.
Hello, Justin Brown joined us.
Hi, guys.
How's it going, Justin?
Been on the road. Just got back from Southern Ohio. My daughter has a travel softball team that she plays with down in Portsmouth, Ohio, which is about an hour and 15-minute drive there and back through the freaking holler.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've been doing all evening.
Awesome. Everyone that's in this chat, by the way, that's followers of my channel, go subscribe to Interface Death. He's a very scientific-minded investigator also. We have similar outlooks of the paranormal. And so I always reference him a lot in certain things, in certain videos involving tech. And so, this is the guy I was talking about. So definitely Interface Death YouTube channel. Go check it out.
Yeah, I just when I started getting into the paranormal, I started looking in. I started using spirit boxes and the devices that were alleged to talk to ghosts and spirits and stuff. And I was curious about how it worked, because that's just how I'm wired. Like, how does radios work? Because I didn't know at the time. So I went and learned about, amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, which is AM, FM. I learned the differences. I learned how radios receive radio frequencies, and I think that was important, because if you make a claim that ghosts can talk to you through the radio, how are they doing it? It's like it's an actual physical manifestation of the phenomena, whether it be a strange one. It's not like an apparition or a voice that's coming out of thin air. It's a voice coming out of a radio. So I started looking into how that was possible, and it has, you have to come up with ideas and test them. So that's just what I do. I don't, I try not to, with the devices, I try not to just go off belief-based stuff. I try to physically see what is happening with the devices. Now, not everything is explained by science. I do psychical research. We have psychics on our team. We try to investigate the psychics. Are they right? When are they right? When are they wrong? Why are they right? Why are they wrong? All these questions, because I do think that there's a lot of stuff that science has yet to explain or understand about the phenomena. That's why they kind of say that it's outside the scope of science. That's where the word paranormal comes from. So if you go to our website, if you look at our stuff, it says we're trying to remove the para from the paranormal. We're trying to explain, whether it be through science or whatever it takes to actually understand why it does what it does. That's what I'm interested in.
Awesome. Yeah. That's I agree with that 100%. A lot of people are in the chat already saying that they're subscribing to your channel right now, by the way.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, there's a lot of stuff on there.
Yep. There's a lot. Only
1% of it is trashing ITC. No, I'm joking. No. I actually have. Yeah, I actually put up there how you could test two ideas. Some people believe that it's manipulation of the RF, like remodulating it while it's traveling through the air. So I got to set up to test that idea. And then some people think it's internally, like once it gets to the radio, they're messing with the device itself and changing the audio. So I have a way to test that. And it sucks to set up. It sucks. Like it's nice to just sit out a box on the table, turn it on, and that's easy, right? Well, what I suggest to do is not easy and not even fun to analyze. But it actually gets, you're getting into the nuts and bolts of what they're doing. And I think if you can see what they're doing, you can find out better ways to build a device to help better prove that ITC is real, which I believe it's likely that they can. Like, but my problem is if we submit this stuff to a,
you said it. ITC's real.
well, if you get something that's good and you're like, I think this is legit,
Also,
how
there's
are we
ways
going to
out
help
there.
the field?
Yeah.
Are we going to send it to everybody else that just believes that ITC's legit without any hardcore evidence? We want to submit this stuff to people who challenge things scientifically or skeptics, because there's a lot of skeptics out there. Of course, we know that they're very one-sided too. They don't believe shit. They don't believe anything that we say. But
Oh yeah,
Is this
Like,
really Justin Brown talking right now, or is this like some animated character?
dude,
that's just legal
what are you talking
ITC?
about? Like he's always talked about the stuff about ITC. About he does believe maybe it's possible, but there's ways to show it.
well, I think Rocky, I think that if you try to say that whoever we're talking to can't use a ghost box, then you are claiming that you know what they are, what they can do, what they cannot do. No one knows their capabilities.
No. What I'm saying is that like it's probable. It's possible.
Oh yeah,
If you're
actually, you
going
have
out
to look
there
at it
and
like
say-
that.
Because like if you look at it like this, if quote unquote spirits are able to manipulate energy, devices, detectors, whatever the case may be, then why would they would be able to do that to a box?
Right.
Now, as far as communication goes, that's a whole different subject. My personal opinion is, like I said, if you're going with outer limits into something, you're thinking outside the box of science, it all is combined with energy. And that's my perception on the whole scenario of, everything that goes on.
If it is energy, you want to look at it. What kind of energy is it? I think it's probably energy that we don't know about yet.
I believe it's has to do with frequency. That's my it's like on sometimes.
Well, a lot of different things have frequencies. Different types of energies have frequencies.
Yeah, of course, but I agree with you on the levels. So, but we just don't know where they come from because maybe you're not able to detect it yet.
Right.
Let's hold the debates for paranormal analysis because we're going to have an ITC one.
Well, I saw that Rocky's like, oh, Justin's coming on. What's this going to turn into? And I kind of wanted to set the tone here. I was just like, look, I'm into figuring out if there's something to that. I've been in the trenches with everybody else trying to figure out how we can talk to whatever there is to talk to. I'm all about that. I want to communicate. That's what we're going to these places. That's why we investigate, is to not only capture freaky shit or weird shit, we want to know if we can communicate.
Yeah.
Psychics, I mean, the human mind and the body seem like they're equipped to communicate, right? So can we, the devices are extensions of our senses.
That's what I'm saying as far as like you talk about chakras and energies and frequencies.
All that.
Combined into whatever it is it may be. If you take to a scientific approach. So that's where I go with that.
But it's hard though, man, because science is really not on our side, because a lot of people that are science minded and oriented, maybe
science is within the box, and everything's trying to be proclaimed here is outside the box, and you really can't.
There's an area in science that I take a look at. There's a lot of theoretical physics that we take a look at, and there's a lot of things that they're saying about altered dimensions, like with string theory, for example. You want to take a look at that because the paranormal field and the esoteric and metaphysical beliefs say that there's multiple dimensions. So if you look into those types of sciences, you'll start to see some similarities where they intersect. And and when you talk about life after death and how consciousness can exist outside the body. You look at people like Stuart Hameroff and Roger Penrose with the OR theory of consciousness, where they believe that the brain has a quantum ability to, yeah. So all that stuff is very interesting. Like science is trying to find ways to creep in to the multiple dimensions, the consciousness questions, life after death questions, all those things that they've been trying to sneak in through the back door still. So it's not like there's a lot of people believe that there's this strict divide, but if you look hard enough, there's a community of science-minded people that are trying to go into these areas that we're looking into.
Yes. By the way, guys, so if you guys are interested in more of this type of stuff, paranormal analysis, we will be going to a lot of different subjects. And actually, if you guys want to take a look, here is a little sneak peek. This is the little intro logo I made for it right now. You guys haven't seen this, except for Justin, I think. You don't want to see it? Okay, whatever. Okay, this is what it looks like. Dwayne hasn't seen it.
He hates everything about it.
Yep, he hates everything about it.
Right now.
You're getting butt hurt, Rocky?
Not at all.
Okay. Well, here, look. That's the little intro logo for it.
I don't like it.
You don't like anything involving.
It needs more cowbell, is what Rocky.
Cowbell, more cowbell. That's the little intro logo.
So, Dwayne and Rocky, how you guys been, man? I don't get to talk to you all that much at all.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I bought a studio and country club and
country club.
Yeah,
no shit.
I had to fix the battery on the Hemi, and that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, I gotta get this. My studio will be up by next week. I just haven't had the time to do it. So,
well,
that's awesome.
Me and Tanya had a 2-year-old. Well,
I seen that
2 in December, and we're getting ready to get married October 29th.
How long have you guys been engaged?
Going on 2 years now.
Yeah, because the last time I talked to you, you guys were fixing to do that.
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
October 29th. No, not really.
You guys keep catching up. I want to go take a piss real quick.
Oh, we're going to talk mad shit about Matt Benton now. This is the time to do it.
Yeah, it's the norm here.
Matt Bacon.
Yeah, man. Like, I've been doing that soapbox show. Uh-oh. I guess not.
You know what's funny is you know that little anniversary shit they got on Facebook? My 3-year anniversary popped up with on the Necromancer show. Like
oh man, that's been a long time.
I was all like, man, I wasn't like, yeah, I only had like this right here.
Yeah, I've put that show on hold since I've been working full time. I do 2 shows a week already, and I thought 3 was a lot. So I kind of.
Are you doing the RU Media?
I'm doing RU Media Paranormal Warehouse with the soapbox show. On Friday, I actually stream on RU Media and all my platforms with Restream, but on the Tuesday shows, it's been really cool. But the Friday shows are, I think, a lot of people like that because we kind of do paranormal news. And then after that, we kind of we'll look at new equipment. People will submit stuff for us to take a look at and get what our thoughts. We have a panel of members and friends and stuff that come on. And that show's actually I got $300 in donations yesterday, which was the highest I've ever seen. I was like, my God, these people are wanting me to work even harder. I feel like I gotta, step up my game. They're bringing all their support this way. So
nice. That's always nice to have support. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but the Necromancer show was cool because I'm big into everybody trying to get along, despite if they have different beliefs or different ways to investigate. I think that there's things that you can learn, and just to show support to people is important because I feel like if we don't support each other despite whatever differences we have, we'll never get anywhere. Like, all of us really don't know what the heck we're doing.
Oh God, why are you bringing on goddamn Joe?
Bringing everyone as a party.
What's up, Joe?
What's up?
Ah, shit.
You're messing it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's other formats to make everyone look bigger.
Just bring on.
There you go. It's kind of zoomed in a little bit more.
No, I'll rip it to shreds. You don't want me to stay, I'll rip it to shreds.
Yeah, you got some PSP 7. That's the getting part. All right, Joe.
We turned into a paranormal party, guys. Hope.
I'll mute my mic.
Why? Oh, because they're eating. Hey, Cody. Come over here.
Get a cup.
Hey,
Daddy.
I actually have a question for Justin here real quick. Hey, you wanna edit our documentary? Because somebody else isn't doing it.
No. Nope. I got my own stuff to do that's hard for you to do because I've been working like 50 hours a week. And it's all the people out there like that are content creators that work full time. I got mad respect for you. It's hard.
Oh yeah. Right now, the film actually, I'm going to be sharing another live stream on it pretty soon.
Yeah, where the hell Crow's at? Bring Crow on.
Dude,
yeah, I know, right? Where's Crow?
I have cut a lot of fat off that documentary. It took me 2 days. I cut probably 2.5 hours. Come on, man, I'm making your job easy.
I'm a lot slower editor, and Justin has seen my editing process.
Oh God, I'm sorry, Justin. No.
Well, there's some things to be said, but I don't know if we're going to turn this into that kind of discussion. Here, let me. I got 3 words.
December right now. Hopefully, I'll be putting out a video by December. Documentary or something. So.
What were we going to say, Justin? I'm actually curious.
All right, I got 3 words for you guys: man versus paranormal.
Exactly.
All right,
it's coming now. We are allowed to release it too. So after this documentary, that's the next one coming now.
We hit a snag.
Yeah, we hit
10 years. We'll be out in 10 years.
Yeah, we hit a little.
I hope to see it. I hope to see Man versus Paranormal before my 50th birthday, April 1st, 2021.
I'll be like,
it's my 50th birthday.
So,
Well, I'm far away from 50.
Rest in peace, Haunting of Harrisville Bird, whatever it's called. No,
Harrisburg.
Yeah, Harrisburg. He should be able. You guys should be able to get that done way before Man versus Paranormal is done.
Yeah, the editing. I'm going to be editing tonight some more.
If I have to babysit you, I will babysit you to make sure. Oh my Lord!
It'll be on my Patreon, guys. So if you guys want to,
how many years was it that it took Bagans to do the Demon House? Was it 3 years?
2.5.
There were a lot of issues or something that was going on with that.
It was just issues and technicalities and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, but the quality is really good on these films so far. Can't wait. Yeah,
awesome.
Justin's seen it. Actually, all of you guys have seen it. The quality on both, I think. So.
I just hope your computer can actually render the whole damn thing.
I know, right?
Does that mean our geographical location shirt?
What'd you say?
Our
geographical location shirt.
Yeah.
The inside joke only goes to the top 3 of us right here.
Yeah, Tanya still wants one of those shirts printed up for the merch.
Okay, so we were filming Man versus Paranormal, and Justin and Dwayne were there for this, but we were filming for House of Wills at this location.
Yes.
And then some random guy comes up to us, starts chatting with us, and started talking about God and the paranormal. And he's like, it's all about that geographical location.
He only said it like 30 times.
I know. I was like, and then in that type of way too. So we're like making jokes like we need a T-shirt now.
It's one of those you had to been there to understand.
Yeah, you have to be there to understand how funny it was.
You need to build a new computer, Matt.
I know. My brother's said he was going to help me out with that.
It's a demon.
Yeah,
I like mine, the one I built.
I'll take it as a wedding gift.
Oh yes.
Only now it's going to be called
So you're-
hashtag fake geographical location because Matt ain't going to do the documentary.
Yes. One day. You know, I do have a documentary filmed and finished. It's just not released to the public anymore. Actually, parts of it is, but it's so bad. So bad, it's cringe. It's cringe. 2012 documentary.
Oh Lord.
And I don't plan on showing that. I'm gonna put it at the $100 tier Patreon, so it's never seen except for the people that donate a lot.
So what's Scott Gruenwald's Ghost Grabs Investigator? Have you guys reviewed something from him or?
One thing. So this is what he said here. Let me show. He says he doesn't post any of his evidence anymore, but he has one. I don't know if you were there on the stream for this part, but here. It's this. He said that he was alone, all by himself. I know, funny photo. He was alone by himself when he took this photo. And if you look in the reflection of his glasses, it looks like someone's standing in the...
Oh my God.
It looks like a person, but...
Okay, obviously he's not alone.
Yeah, it looks like a real person.
Yeah. Well, okay, zoom in again. What are they holding?
I don't
bag?
know. It looked like a bag to me. I asked, "Is this the front door?" He says, "No, it's the bathroom." Is what he said.
Okay, I see. Okay, he's backlit. I see some. It's
I see
really
a shadow.
Yeah, the shadow is what I'm going to immediately point out, and there's some highlight roll off from the back, him being backlit.
Yeah,
So that's actual a 3D person sitting there.
standing. Yeah,
Yeah.
or walking away. Actually,
holding a bag of trash.
or something.
Hey, it could be groceries. You don't know.
I don't know, but that's what he was claiming, and
I
he
don't
said,
know. I mean, the way I see the shadow is, well, I'm on my phone, okay? So just like hear me out. The way I see the shadow is coming from the wall. I don't see it coming from the actual individual.
He is casting a shadow because the light's coming through behind him, and the shadow is there. Obviously, it's there.
So it's definitely a physical form, whatever is there.
Right.
Because it's casting shadow, and you're seeing a little bit of when lights hits.
Highlights.
Highlights, yeah, that's right. You see that with this right here. So I don't know.
On the
That's
floor,
what he
yeah.
sent me, though.
Yeah.
I want the sunglasses.
No,
So,
you
yeah.
don't.
Oh, like going back to their style. It's
He's a goofy guy, but he seems like he's a nice guy.
Yeah. Did you see him? He lit his hair on fire
Scott
on live.
He was hair.
Not
chest
his hair.
His
Great.
chest hair. He took a lighter, started lighting it up. It was hilarious. I was like, so, yep, I finally have someone on Devil's Hour Live that lit himself on fire.
Yep. Nobody could pay me
That's
enough
the
money
first,
to do that
Justin.
shit.
Congratulations.
Can you top that, Justin? Just kidding.
No.
Yeah, let me know.
I cannot.
Hey, guys, jumping on. Just show some love between the plumbing bricks.
He's
Awesome.
putting in a new
I don't know how to
freaking
take
huge
that.
ass vanity in his bathroom. It's like a 2-sink vanity.
Oh.
No, jeez.
It's taking a while.
My laugh cracks you up. I'm glad it cracks you up.
Hey, Justin, what did you think of Ohio State Reformatory?
It's large.
Yeah,
That's what she said.
Yeah,
you wish.
I was there. Me, Derek, and Missy were there with Cincinnati Ghost Seekers in 2016, I think, and it was like 40 people packed into there. But we got to see the whole thing for a long time. We went around to try to see if we could experience anything. Didn't experience anything this time around. Super quiet. Me and Derek did hear some screaming in the distance, and we had another team there called the Ghost Guild. Nelson Noss, you definitely know who that is. They said that they didn't hear anything. They didn't do the screams. There was recorders everywhere. So hopefully in review, we can find out if that was, something. But when you hear that, it's kind of like, I don't know.
Right.
It's such a big place. There's things all around. It's hard to know, all the little check marks you have to put next to everybody making all the noise, because they were having problems with the crew, the staff that worked at OSR being too loud.
Were they?
Yes, dude. It was horrible.
Oh, geez.
They were sitting in that break room in the bullpen just, having a freaking party.
Oh.
Well,
Are there any spirits here? Hey, can you grab me a coffee?
Yeah. Yeah. But the location is amazing, dude. It is absolutely amazing.
It is amazing. I was there twice. Yeah, twice. Quiet. No, we did see a shadow person run across, I think it was the west end, going towards the break room, which you were talking about.
The bullpen.
Yeah, the bullpen. But, other than that, it was really quiet. But it's a cool place, though. Really cool. Yeah. We were able to go to some spots that they don't normally let people go to. So,
yeah, there is an administration part, like solitary confinement, and then there's this other part they usually don't let people go. That's probably maybe one of the places you got to go.
Right. So you go up in like what they call the attic, and you have the stairs that go into like these other like doors. We went up those stairs and went through that section there. Nothing special about it. Hot as hell though. That's like the actual attic. They call it the ballroom.
Okay.
For whatever reason, so.
Places are hard to investigate. Those big ass places, 250,000 square feet.
The one issue I had with Old Lincoln County Jail was like you could hear people outside, and that's like there's the thing that sucks about doing investigations. Like I wish you could do it in controlled environments, like you're literally in a lab, just investigating somewhere haunted would be kind of cool, like all concealed and no sounds or anything. But it's hard and when it's rare.
You can do it. You just have to sit recorders outside, and every time you hear something, you have to cross-check with those. Yeah. Is it coming from out there? So it makes it stupid hard to determine if anything's unexplained.
Also, you would need your camera batteries to last long enough to like we usually, unless you do exact times on your stuff, which you do for your media code data, and just go from that time.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't go by seconds though; it goes by minutes and hours. So that it's hard to get it matched up with the seconds you took to, exchange.
Oh, the syncing is like one of the toughest things to do with all that.
Yeah, that's what I think would be an issue. Like if you need to change out your batteries for your cameras, then how are you supposed to sync up the outside audio? Exactly.
Yeah, all your cameras that you have recording for the whole time, you want to be able to power them for the whole time.
Yeah, and that's the hard part.
Yeah, I was actually going to go to that jail next weekend, but they're shut down. So I'm going to be up at Post Town for Eric's event, and I was going to try to investigate another place by myself. But.
Were you? Yeah. The only other place I've heard was Sorg Theater, but they haven't been open to investigations for a while. Like no one responds to emails or calls or anything.
Right. So, oh well. It is what it is. They said because of COVID, so.
Yeah. COVID thing ruined. Like I was going to do an investigation with probably Twin Paranormal in California and Rocky, but it didn't turn out to work out because the whole COVID thing it made it difficult to find a lot of locations that I wanted to get access to an asylum, but it didn't work out. This place I was trying to get hold of. They took me everywhere. It took me from the police department.
We should have done the Patterson.
Patterson house.
We should have done the.
I said I wanted a big location because it's a lot of guys. Like the Twin Paranormal, they have like 4 guys in their team plus you and I.
Well, there's two locations. There's what do you call it?
Thank you so much, Rotting Doll Girl.
Yeah, they got there and then could have switched out.
Yes.
Thank you, Roddy.
Yeah, we could have done that. Rotting Doll Girl 13, thank you so much for the donation. You now have been entered into the draw of
Your viewers have cool names.
Yeah, they do.
Let me look at all these people. Yeah, they do. Got Whisper Soul, Arden Paranormal. Who's that?
Arden Paranormal? I know, right? Who is Arden?
He's a pain in the ass.
I think some other followers of yours are in there.
Yeah,
Voice.
M City has come stop by a few times. Arden Paranormal, obviously. Sometimes Limelit Girl will stop by and say hi.
And also, we got Paranormal Voice. That's been on your channel, I think.
Oh yeah, she's been lurking YouTube paranormal streams lately. I don't know what they're planning. I'm nervous.
How about Ethereal Sisters Paranormal? Were they ever there? I don't know.
I don't know. You have to ask Jessica. She's the one that moderates YouTube.
Well, yeah. So yeah, some of your followers are here, and it's funny that the paranormal is like the paranormal community when it comes to like the real ones out there, because you're going to see a lot of the same people come by and everything. It's pretty cool.
Connery Barnes watches pretty regularly now.
Oh yeah.
Carl Baker. I'm actually seeing quite a few that I know.
Yeah. Now you got some new subscribers. They were all commenting in the chat saying they were all subscribing to you. That's awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Now watch stuff and let me know what you think.
Yes, the 1 second. Going through. If anyone has questions for the new guests in here right now, and it looks like Rocky just left.
What happened to Rocky?
He left.
Rocky had to go bye-bye.
Yeah, he has work that he has to go back to at 10. So, sorry, 10 our time. Oh yeah, all of us are Eastern Standard Time now. So yeah, I don't have to, it doesn't get confusing now. Yeah. By the way, new work. I am now hired onto. I work at a gun shop now. So
Great. That place is dangerous.
What kind of gun shop is it?
It's called the Ranger Supply Company.
Oh.
So
I hope it's mat proof.
Yeah.
all of a sudden I enter that gun shop and then it gets haunted and then the guns start going off randomly. No, I'm just kidding. There's no rounds in the guns, obviously, when you're in a gun shop. So,
Thank God.
Yeah, that would be stupid. Yeah, so like, if you guys live in Indiana area, Fort Wayne, come to that gun shop. I could hook you up with a new gun if you like.
Stay away, stay away, stay away.
Is Dwayne? Are you and Tanya getting married in Fort Wayne?
No, it's we're gonna have the wedding at Randolph County Infirmary.
No shit.
Yep.
Man, I want to go.
I won't be mad if
you.
I won't be mad if you invite me.
Do I have to,
I invite,
do I have to
okay,
get do I have to get like all dressed up in like a monkey suit and stuff?
it's a masquerade wedding.
It's a mess. Oh, well, I'll just come as myself, dude.
Matt's gonna cosplay Zach Bagans.
Oh my God. No, I was already looking at some masks that look kind of cool. But yeah, I'll be wearing one of those masks.
That's a good place. That's
Skull
a cool
mask.
place, man.
Justin, did they allow you to fly your drone at the prison?
No, well,
He has to be added.
Yeah, Justin, you'll have to add me back on Facebook.
I know you got to get permission from the warden
okay.
from the other prison.
Well, here's the thing. If you have a certain licenses, the app for DJI will notify you if there's too many airports nearby and that you have to get special allowances to fly the drone. I know Matt Warner flew, but I think he just ignored them.
That's what I do.
And once you get so close to the penitentiary, your drone will no longer go because you cannot film the prison behind OSR.
Right.
So it'll just stop.
Danielle, thank you so much for the donation. Yes, Guns and Ghosts. That's totally what my channel's about now. I'm just kidding. But Justin, actually, I don't know if you've seen this yet. 1 second. Let me show you my new gun. You're going to like this.
Oh, God.
You're going to like it, Justin. You're gonna like it. That's all I know. You're just gonna like it.
Look at this baby right here.
Wow, the rails all the way up
Picatinny
on
rail.
the trail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Hold on a second. I'll zoom in for you. Pretty nice one, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yep. As mag weld, it has Picatinny rail, Valkyrie
It
PL
looks,
Mini 2.
the ribs back on the slide remind me of the Smith & Wesson M&P.
Yeah. 45 ACP, double stack, dude. Double stack 1911.
That's nice.
Yeah, because most 1911s are
I
not.
bet you that wasn't cheap.
No. This was like an $800 gun, but that's actually pretty good for 1911.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because but with the extra accessories, it's a little bit more than that. Obviously, it has also the fiber optic sight, and so yeah, it's pretty nice. I like it a lot.
So what's the fiber optic sight do? Is it like night sights?
It lights up in
Okay.
light. So it has to actually have light out for you to really see it. But I want to get a new fiber optic in it because it's not as bright as some of the other fiber optics I've seen. So yeah, I would like to get another one. But yeah, so
Yeah, that's going to put some decent holes in something.
oh yeah, it's a 5-inch barrel, so velocity. It's going to be a bit. It's thicker than most 1911s too for the handle. So people with bigger hands, I don't have bigger hands, but if it still works fine with me. One of my favorite things about 1911s is the grip. I really like the grips. This is G10 grip on it too. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I like it a
The
lot.
only 1911 I own is the one drawn on my arm.
Yes, show off that tat. It's the A1 version too.
Oh yeah,
World War II.
it's upside down because it'd be awkward. But when my dad died, I was trying to think of a tattoo that he would approve of, and there's a story behind the 1911. My dad's father fought in the Pacific Theater in World War II, and during one of the battles he was in, they were dropping on I think it was Gregador Island or somewhere near there, and they dug in and started shooting the airborne company out of the air, which is against the Geneva Code. Of course, they never went by the laws of wartime, so they were shooting them out of the air and dug in. So my grandpa and maybe like 2 or 3 others out of like 27 that dropped survived the drop, and he threw his rifle down so he can go close quarter with his 1911, took out 3 machine bunkers with a 1911, and got a Silver Star for it. And we did not know that. We did not know that story until after my grandfather had died, and then my dad died like 3 months after he died. So I'm like, 1911 sounds good to me, and an M1 Grand is going to be harder to inscribe with his name. Or that's a World War II rifle. I think his rifle of choice would have been something totally different.
Plus, his badass story was 1911.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better.
Dude, that's sweet. That's like straight out of some of those war stories. Whoa! I did not notice this donation. Sorry about this. I'm going to see it now. Diana Perez, thank you so much. Tickets to the gun show. I did not see this, and also to Tamra, also super sticker. Thank you so much, Tamra, and also Diana Perez. You guys are awesome. I'm sorry I didn't see that until just now.
You've been too busy geeking out
on guns. Yeah, this is why I work at a gun shop now.
Are you hoping to get in discounts or?
I do. First month I'm not full time. Second month I start full time. So, yeah. So when I'm full time, I do get discounts, and
Nice.
It's by commission. So it's by whatever I sell. So one issue is a 1099 at the end of the year. So whatever I sell, I get commission off of it. So that's what I'm saying. If anyone lives in Indiana, come to me. And thank you so much, Angel, for the $5 donation. You are an angel. Well, yes, thank you guys for all the donations. You guys are all getting into the. I will be sending a shirt to one of you guys. I'll just make a raffle. Put your guys' name. Rotting Doll Girl again. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. You guys are awesome. Much respect to Justin's dad.
Well, thanks. That's really sweet. I appreciate that. All the people who have served in combat in our military, they need our support for sure.
Yes, agreed. And same with the cops that are out there right now. Cops are going.
Oh God,
shit right now.
that's probably the world's toughest job right now anywhere in the world.
I just want to say thank you for all the guys that are cops serving our country in a different way. And right now, hardest job right now. It seems like it's really messed up what they go through. Blue lives matter. All lives matter to me. So just let you guys know that's. I don't really get political on here usually, but I just think it's messed up what they're doing to cops right now.
Well, unfortunately, humans do all the human jobs, and there's bad humans and good humans, and we shouldn't what the problem is. Sorry to get political. Is we try to take cops and give them a bad name when it's just bad people doing bad things. It's not doesn't have anything to do with them being cops.
Yeah, right. And on top of that, it's the also the media is a big problem, a huge problem in it, because they're literally the ones trying to destroy the cops' name just from a few bad apples sometimes, and a lot of them, I think they're actually, if you watch the full videos of raw uncut videos, they actually seem like they're in the right, because usually them grabbing something or grabbing a weapon out of something or pretending to grab a weapon. I'm like.
I mean, even at our own jobs, we're going to work with somebody who just sucks as a person, as an employee. And it's no different, with them being a cops. I mean, and it's crazy. I don't want to get too political either.
my bad. It was my fault, probably.
Thank you again, Angel. You are awesome for another donation, $5 donation. You guys are amazing.
All right, let's discuss who's voting for who this election. I'm kidding.
No, not on this channel.
No.
I lose subscribers. Not on this channel.
I'm only kidding.
It would be funny if there was a candidate was trying to win over paranormal, investigators. They would get so many votes.
We need more money towards the paranormal.
Yeah.
Field. Let's put in a lot of money towards that.
Oh, man.
Even Facebook is trying to get us to vote. Request a ballot for Ohio now.
Yeah. Crazy. No, especially with the candidates that they are choosing lately.
Back to Ghost Cheeks, $5. We can't talk about politics anymore.
Yep. Frank, thank you so much, Frank. You guys are awesome. You guys have been donating a lot. You guys are all getting into the raffle. I will go through my settings and I will click a random number. I actually want to see which one, because there's a certain amount you could add how many entries. So the ones, every dollar that someone puts an entry will be put in there, and it'll be randomly chosen out of those people. So I will be sending out a shirt to one of you guys. To whichever one you want to, I'll be asking.
Right.
But yes. Yeah, so everything's been going pretty good lately. Justin, welcome back to the channel. And
do we run out of shit to talk about here? What's going on?
Oh, yeah, if you run out of shit to talk about, I can talk about the paranormal. The Soapbox show's got 111 episodes, and I still, a couple of them are like freestyle, like we'll do a 2-hour just Q&A, and people will ask you, similar questions that always, that investigators or content creators get asked. But, dude, I think so many things get involved when you're talking about hauntings, when you're talking about psychic phenomena, when you're talking about gear, what's good, what's not, why isn't good, why it's not, all that. You just got to know how to talk about things a lot.
Right.
Yeah. It's I'm surprised. Have you ever had a moment where you're like, oh crap, I don't know what subject I want to talk about today? I mean, this week or something like that. Have you ever had that one of those moments, or do you always come up?
No. When I thought that I was coming up to the point where I was like coming up with topics that are just kind of like reaching, I would come up with 3 and have like the Patreons vote which one they want. Or some people will give me suggestions. Or some people want me to go back and revisit other topics because I've been doing it for over a year. I may think a little differently on a topic now than I did a year ago. Or something will come up that, you know, something that someone captured, or some idea or some concept will come up that will totally maybe not change your mind about it, but you have your own things to say about it. And I try to stay away from drama, but there are a few people in the paranormal field that I do not support, but hopefully it stays that way. Like, because I really like to support everyone. I try to, you know, respect people and make friends and make it all about friendships. And I just think that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who's right or wrong. You're just going to have a better life being a good person and trying to help people.
Yeah. So Missy was saying that you should do a freestyle this week, this Tuesday.
Okay.
And so here's one thing says, yeah, so Whisper Soul says that she gets writer block sometimes. I get that with voiceover sometimes. When I'm having an off day, like for this documentary, I was like having an off day. I was like, I could not think of a good voiceover script right now. And I was like, what the hell? Come on, brain, work.
Have you used the text to voice thing that I sent you?
I'm going to be using that. I'm talking about the writing part, not that part.
Right. Have you tried it out?
No, not yet.
No, okay.
I have to go search through hundreds of messages. Send it to me specifically, not in the group chat, because I'm going to lose it. It's because you guys message on all the time.
No. Somebody said, "Is Joe building a house?" What? No, I'm actually in my office. It's like where I create music and edit and stuff. So, and I mean, we're still like going through this remodel thing too here at the house, and yeah, sucks. It actually should be redone because the guy did a shit job on it.
Yeah, you guys, all the people are mentioning about the shirts. There is a link in the description for Teespring at the moment. I am switching over to Bunker Branding. It's just taking a second. I had to ask him a couple more questions before I do that. But yeah, Teespring is available right now to get shirts for all the people that want one. One person will be winning one, though, today. I might do this every once in a while. Just keep giving out a free shirt every once in a while. So, yeah, for entries for all donations. Also, there's little donations you guys can do, and you also get an entry. So, did I miss this one, Frank? Did I miss?
No,
it?
No,
okay.
You did not.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Frank. If I did or not, I don't know. Frank,
no, remember I said we can't talk about politics anymore.
Okay. Well, Frank, you're awesome anyway. You guys are all awesome. I use voice text all the time. I know voice text sucks sometimes.
Oh man, it's terrible.
Like my phone, it's got me in trouble sometimes when I was in a relationship. I'm like, damn it, you stupid phone.
I don't know why, but this lady sent me like pictures of her boots, and I went to use voice to text. I said, "Oh, those are nice boots." It come out, "Oh, those are nice boobs." I got blocked. I'm like, "No, that's not what I said. That's not," because I didn't pay attention. I was like driving or something.
Thank you, Julie, so much for another donation. You guys are awesome.
Oh my god!
I'm going to.
She blasted me on Facebook for it too, and I was like, "Can somebody message her to tell her what happened, please?"
Man, that must be so embarrassing. I'm glad it never happened with someone I didn't know. It only happened with people I did know. So that's the one good thing. But yeah, that's happened a few times, especially when you're busy with like doing other things, and then you don't even notice it until a little bit later. You're like, "Oh my god!" I've done that with Justin once. I like message him, and then an hour or two later, I go back to the message like, "What the fuck did I say?" Stupid voice text.
Voice to text has caused me arguments.
I know. Same here. And then also, oh, you know the Google thing where it has a message. It made me respond to my friend in a very like messed up way. And it's like I was like what he said, and it like usually when someone texts me here, let me see. There's a text that doesn't. Okay, so there's like, for example, this is from the nutrition shop. There's like messages that pop up on the screen that you can click, and so sometimes those messages I accidentally clicked on, and it automatically sends it. You can't like unsend it. You can't click it as an option, then press send. You like when you accidentally press it, it just sends. I'm like, stupid phone. Like
one of the problems I have, people are like, well, why don't you just type it out? And it's like, well, first off, my phone, it's like it's not wide. So it's hard to type. On top of that, from freaking playing guitar, like this piece of meat right here on my thumb is raised up a lot more. So when I
had to put this up. So keep going, Joe.
so when I type, I hit this stupid crap here. That's a funny picture.
It's awesome. Sorry, I interrupted it. I was trying to do it sneaking in there without interrupting.
Is it Mothman?
Yes. Debbie Holiday is one of the coolest chicks I know. She does this shit all the time.
That's hilarious. Dang it, Mothman. Not again. Just kidding.
Those are some nice ass cheeks, I have to say.
Hey, Carl. How's it going? I think he joined in a little bit now.
Well, guys, I'm gonna head off here so we can get the little butt to bed.
Okay. You
see ya, buddy. I sent you those friend requests.
All right.
Make sure you block them.
Just delete them.
Ignore.
Ignore.
Okay, now Tanya's already spamming me to like all of her stuff. Nice.
What?
It says, oh, it's the wedding. I thought it was a page. My bad.
It's the invite page.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.
Later.
Oh, let me change this now. Which one's better? Oh, there. Now it's normal. Like I didn't like when it's like 5 people, it looks too far away, like it's too small. So I had to change it. Than what I usually do. Who has a question? Someone has a question. Okay. Where is that question? Where hilarious. I'm going through the chat. Find that question for you. Can you repost? Maybe. Okay. Has everyone ever ran an EVP through talk to text? Did it pick up what you heard?
I've heard people trying it, but I haven't tried it myself.
So I'm going to talk to somebody about developing an app in a similar fashion to see if that works.
But here's the thing about that. If you are trying to, if it doesn't understand what you're saying, how do you expect it to understand what it goes to saying?
Well, point being is that even if it gets it wrong, could be something. I'm not saying.
I think what the value people see in it is it's more objective than a human's interpretation of it, perhaps. So, like, if you're asking it questions, you're kind of expecting certain answers back, and your brain might try to perceive like something that sounds like a yes or an answer to your question. Rather, the app doesn't do it like that. It only just tries to interpret what it thinks it is without any expectation. So I think that's the value people see in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to... Well, I've been kind of talking to somebody about doing that. And the thing is I mean, like, you can do that without having an app. But the problem is that the when you hit the microphone button to do voice to text, it only goes for like 3 seconds or something like that if it doesn't hear anything. So...
Anytime Matt gets distracted by shiny objects... What? I do have ADHD, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it does.
I do get distracted easily. The only time I don't do as much is when I'm in the editing zone. Then I don't get as distracted. But when that's when I'm super focused and have headphones on, so it's you're kind of in your own world. But other than that, yeah, I get very distracted easily. someone's talking about something, then all of a sudden, like a couple times happened on Devils Are Alive. I just like forgot the subject because something else came to mind or something like that. It happens. OCD, bipolar disorder. Well, I definitely have OCD when it comes to certain things, especially with editing. Justin knows this.
Well, I think there's this thing with people with ADHD. It's called hyperfocus. You'll have like extremes. You'll have no focus and then hyperfocus.
Right.
So your hyperfocus is almost like an OCD pretender. So you'll be like super focusing on how a color grade works or how this music lines up with this sequence, and you can't stop, obsessing over it.
Right.
So, but I do think Matt is really obsessive when it comes to things, and that's why he can't get a lot of projects done. If he doesn't have a shot that he wants, he's like super bummed, and he's sitting there in front of his monitor like, "Fuck me."
Yes.
No, I get that because that happens to me too, and it's like, but I get my shit done.
But dude, you even watched me edit, and I was on just a 10-second part. I was on that for over an hour because I was trying to get it right, looking for the right sound effect that I think works and that is not corny, or and also color grading to where I think it's right, and certain music that I think is right, and it's just super nitpicky. Like I have a 2-hour stream from editing the Harrisville Haunting for literally a 10-second part.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's too long.
I know.
Yeah.
Way too long. I could see like 10, 15 minutes. Man, even that's like crazy too. But holy crap. You got to get over that shit.
I am a perfectionist.
All the filmmakers I've saw on interviews and stuff or talked to say that you always, when you get done, you're never always happy. You can always never get it perfect, but it's about letting go of all that and just being, satisfied to the point where you release the project or the piece of work that you did, and it accomplishes what you want to, which is either entertaining people, educating people, or both, or just connecting with people through the art form. And that's really all that matters. It doesn't matter about what color that looks like or if that sound effect is corny or not. And I also seen that Matt will let people see like 3 minutes of an edit, and he'll think it's good, and they'll tell him it's trash, and he'll think, oh, it must be trash, I gotta change that. And I'm like, dude, don't fucking do that. Are you insane?
You know how many times you changed the damn poster for the Harrisville Haunting? Like, all right, guys, this is it, I'm done. Man, 20 minutes later, no, I got one even better. 24 hours later, oh, I've been working on this for like 20 hours.
He's trying to enlarge his cock area to the point where it don't look fake.
And I'm just like, oh my God, dude, it was fine the first time. Christ.
And I was like, text is too close to the building. It needs to go up a little bit.
Right. And then it was too far up. And then it was like all this other just.
And then I was like, now I want to change the font. I want official logo. So I changed the font.
So he's like, is text even cool? There should be no text.
Right. Oh my God.
This poster speaks for itself.
Oh my God! But no, you seriously do gotta get over it. I was like that too at one time, and I got yelled at, saying I was taking too long on things, and then they're just like, you got to get over it because it's you, and that's what it is. It's not anybody else's. It's personal to you. It's your work, your style, your personality.
Yeah,
all of that comes through. So you got to get over that.
Well, YouTube is pretty much, you have to be consistent and you have to release content consistently.
All right.
So these shows like this live streams, that's kind of helps you because you can just start a live stream and shoot from the hip or have a topic or have, something, a format for the show and have consistency there. but people do want to see, the content that started your channel or that started your work, whether it been, documentaries or, videos of you investigating or whatever the hell it is. You want to try to understand what's keeping you back and learn how to compromise. Like, I just think that all content creation, artwork, it's all compromised somehow, some way.
Yeah. So look, Justin, this is what it was, and this is the final version. I haven't edited it in a long time, Joe. It's been a long time.
If it's already done, the poster's out there. Don't change it.
Yeah. So what do you think, Justin? You like it?
I really like that it's black and gray and white scale, except for the lighting in the house. I thought that was a good choice. I really don't like the highlights being dropped so much that you get the halo around the house. That annoys photographers.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's just me. Nobody else is going to care except for people who professionally do photography. But the sky looks cool. Is that how the sky actually looks?
No. This is
okay.
Even the ground is not actually there.
Okay.
There's also no mountains in the in Harrisville area. So
that looks good. The sky looks good.
Up.
I like the angle of the house and the leading lines and the perspective of the vanishing point, whatever you want to call it. So the foreground with that tree or root thing.
Yeah, that wasn't there.
So what was your choice there?
It's layering. It basically, since this is a long here, I'll show you the original image. I'll show you the original image real quick.
I still don't like the text.
Yeah, he doesn't like text. I like the text. I like Supernatural Night. It
looks a little bold.
Yeah, it is, and said in bold. 1 second. Where the hell is it? That's my brother's logo I made for him. 1 second. Let's go to 10 terabyte hard drive. Here's something. So the original image is right here. Icon.
What I would suggest you do is try to learn Adobe After Effects enough to where you can mess around with the text of this type of stuff and add little things to it, almost to make it its own little logo. Like add some type of theme or element to it so it falls into place a little bit better. So it's not so, I don't know, normal. You're trying to make something normal look better than it is.
Yes.
Adobe After Effects is
look
awesome.
at this. Look. Yeah. It's like completely night and day difference from the original photo.
Yeah. I mean, the composite job you did is great. It looks fine. You can't tell that it's a composite unless you know about it. Because I looked at this guy and I was like, was this guy like that?
Wait, you had a guy do that. You had another guy do that.
I had the compositor, and then it wasn't to the right darkness and everything that I wanted. I wanted more goth looking, and so I did a little bit extra editing, and I'm the one that did some of the text too. So someone that does better Photoshop than me did the composites, and I did the just the darker tones. This is his original. I'll show you his original.
Real quick, can I say thank you, Bonnie? I appreciate that. I just got that notification.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I was like, first thought you were gonna say that someone made another donation. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, to me.
Oh, cool. Okay, I was like, I always feel so bad if I miss something like that.
What you can do, Matt? If you're only on YouTube, right?
On YouTube, as in my content.
Yeah, this show is only on YouTube right now.
No,
right?
This is on Facebook and YouTube right now, and Twitch. Also Twitch.
Yeah, Restream has an app. Do you have an app that lets you see all the chat?
Yes, you're seeing it all right now. I have a lot more followers on YouTube than I do on Facebook watching this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get it from YouTube, Twitch, what? Where else? Wait, what other form of
Facebook?
Periscope. Periscope's what I use.
I don't use Periscope. I use Twitch. Don't get too many comments from Twitch.
Dude, Twitch, man. Twitch is a freaking different world.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
it's a
seeing
gamer
comments-
world.
Oh,
It's
man.
a gamer world.
I seen comments come through. Well, you were on there, dude, when I went live with Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, that was weird. I was like, where are my mods? What are you doing?
The bots and spammers on Twitch are a problem.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I got one. From
You
Twitch.
will. Just give it
You
time.
will. Dude,
Oh, okay. What was it showing? Oh, yeah, here's the original. Let me share the screen again. Share screen. This
Twitch
the
is good. It has like a 1 or 2 second delay. That's what I like about it. The delay is like very minute.
Yeah. So basically, this is the raw original that was sent to me, and I redid the coloring. Where the hell is it? Like,
Oh my
That's how
God.
many freaking changes he's done. You see that? You see that?
Why do you save all the changes?
Oh my god!
Just save the project in Photoshop and tweak it from there. And then when you go to change it again, just save over the old one.
yeah. So this is the original he did. And it wasn't how I like the text or anything. Also, so
I actually like that.
you like that better?
I don't know if I like it better, but I like it at least just as much.
Like that I like that.
The text is not what I think is cool about it. It's
Right.
softer.
It's
It's moodier.
Yes, it has more of an atmosphere to it. The text I don't like, but that just looks. I like that.
I like both of them. I'm not saying I like it better than yours, but I like both of them.
I just like the goth look more, personally. That's what I was trying to envision.
You like hard contrast, which a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind hard contrast either, but that I like. That
It
Now-
looks real, man.
Yeah.
It looks real.
yeah. I mean, it just sets the tone and everything.
So, okay, Matt, listen, hear me out here. If you would have chose a text that kind of looked smoky and misty to go along with that, that would have been rad.
Oh, yeah.
But you would have to use something like Adobe After Effects or something like that to achieve that.
Now look at my freaking mouse right now. What did I do? Okay, good, thanks. Okay, so yeah, so basically, also, I think there needs to be a little bit of shadow to the text.
Oh yeah, he just like pulled up some random and put the hairs.
He did something similar because I did mention it's the Conjuring house, so I think he chose the Conjuring on purpose, which is the mimic of the Conjuring.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah. So
Let's see. Angel, let's see. Hold on. Well, Bonnie, I got another donation. So
Justin, put your links in.
the only
I am going to show you. Well, excuse my desktop look, but this is what I chose to do as an interesting way to incorporate the text into the actual graphic.
that I like that. I do that with some of my stuff too, but I like how that looks, Justin.
Yeah, I think it's the difference layer on Photoshop. You ever use that? Or it might be something. It's one of those like screen or difference or something that will blend it in. Mm-hmm. And I just put, I made it look glowy and I softened it up. But yeah, if you would have done maybe not this exact thing, but made it seem as atmospheric as the photo looked, I thought that would have been really cool looking.
Yeah. Well, should I change it again? Just kidding.
No. God damn it, Joe. What have we done?
No. You know what? For the Blu-ray cover, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. The poster's already out. The poster can be different than the Blu-ray cover.
Yeah.
See, this is what I was talking about. Once people tell him other things,
I know. That's why I was saying this is going to go bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the poster looks fine. It matches everything that you've done so far, so just keep the style.
I also want it to be very visible from a distance, but yours is pretty visible too, though. I think so. But yeah.
Yeah, when you do things to kind of help out, like put highlights in it and try to mess around with how it pops,
Yeah, like the text on this other poster, the when he had the Conjuring, I thought it was too small. Like from a distance, you barely see it. But the one I did is a lot bigger. It
Oh
pops
yeah,
out.
it's like you read that and then you notice that it's at the Conjuring house.
Yes, and a lot of people don't like remember it's Harrisville or something like that. But I put in small text, like you can see in here, a small text.
I do like the title choice though.
Yeah. The real Conjuring house is on the bottom, where it's some people that don't know the house, and I don't know, I like it a lot more like that color format. That's just my style though, because I like dark look. And I
you like the dark Batman cutting your soul in half.
Yes, that's just my style. That's Devil's Hour production style. So that's why I did.
If it looks like it came from a Batman movie, Matt likes it.
Exactly. I am influenced by Batman. He's my favorite.
You need to know something about Matt. That's the first thing you need to know.
Yes, I am a Batman fan. People that didn't know that.
I know. I just know we need to get that shit done.
Yep. Hey, never mind. Not over there. I had a funny story. When I was in elementary school, I would literally put my name as Batman with my homework. Batman.
I believe it.
Wow, dude.
That was me in elementary. I was in kindergarten.
That's pretty funny.
The teacher always knew who it was too, because I was the only one that did that. Funny story from when I was a little kid.
Thank you again, Ronnie.
So no, it's not been Zach Bagans this whole time. It's been Batman this whole time. You guys got it wrong.
That's okay. When I was a kid, dude, like Voltron to me was the shit. Voltron, that was it right there. You wouldn't know nothing about Voltron, I don't think, Matt. Justin might.
The only cartoons I ever watched was kind of Batman related, because I didn't really watch cartoons. I watched a lot of documentaries and horror films and war films when I was a kid.
Like what documentary do you remember?
I watched a lot of it from the History Channel until it became the Hitler Channel, because that's basically all they talk about now. That's all they talk about now on the History Channel. What happened to the History Channel? It used to be so much better.
Me and Joe didn't have the History Channel when we were that age.
Yeah, that's true.
No, like we had if we had cable TV, the big draw was like HBO and Showtime, and then like the rest were just local channels.
Yeah, watching porn on HBO through a filter was a real struggle.
Oh my god! Like I remember when I was a kid and they had Adult Swim.
I was grown up when that was out.
Yeah, Adult Swim, and then also the what was another one? It was Girls Gone Wild. That was kind of the porn back in that time period.
Yeah, for you.
I didn't pay for any of that, obviously, but that was like the stuff back then.
So my great grandmother, she had her cable was hooked up illegally, so she got everything. Yeah, we watched Mike Tyson fights, we watched it lose.
Oh, speaking of Mike Tyson, what do you think about this fight coming up?
Oh,
he's gonna kill him.
Dude, he just got on Joe Rogan. Have you watched that?
Oh, I want to watch that.
Dude. Everybody in chat, if you have not listened to Tyson and Rogan's podcast on the JRE,
dude,
oh my God.
Tyson's a badass. I mean, geez, even back in the day, he was a monster.
Yes.
And it's, what? He's almost 60?
54, 55, somewhere in there.
Yeah. But man, I still would not get in a ring with him. Like,
Fuck no. He's a trained killer, dude. You can read his book. If you ever read his book or on the podcast, he talks about his training. The guy, his name was Cuss. They called him Cuss. I mean, he was into like finding, problem problem kids that came out of the prison or had a tough break, got in trouble, but they had the tools just to murk people in the ring. And when he got Tyson, he tells people, it's like, well, how did you discover Tyson? Cuss says, I summoned him. And you watch Tyson as he's getting training and stuff, because his podcast before, he was like Gandalf Mike Tyson. Now he's like trained killer Mike Tyson again.
Right. Yeah, he was just laid back. He even said that he didn't want to go back to boxing because it would just like blow his ego up.
Right.
And he's not kidding. It really did. But I mean, I'm glad he's back.
Yeah, dude. Like his training videos, he's way more extreme than who he's fighting right now.
Who is it? Roy Jones? Is that who is that who it is? That's what I'm thinking.
Wait, a quick Google search will tell us.
I know who he's supposed to box. Is probably going to die.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Dude, like, it's a huge difference between I don't even know how he's able to do that.
Roy Jones Jr.
I wonder if he's taking testosterone right now or something.
No, he can't. No, he can't even box being on TRT or any sports being on TRT, which I think is dumb.
He says he's eating elk and like wild game red meat, and I forget what else. Yeah, but he's not getting like processed cow from the store. Like he's getting wild game red meat. Like he's like, dude, he is like eating like a killer. Like he wants it hunted down and killed fresh to eat it.
Bite another ear off.
Well, if you read about that stuff, and Joe Rogan talks about it all the time, it releases certain chemicals into the blood and the muscle. When you eat it, it's like you get a certain type of hormone from it that will make you more primal.
Interesting.
You should look that up.
Meat, then.
There you go, Matt. You want to be a killer?
But man, I am impressed with Mike. I mean, he's still like the speed and power. Man, impressive.
The Rad one, but the only issue is like the Rad 140 I'm on. The having a lot more cholesterol related meat might not be good for me right now. Being on the Rad 140
should be fine.
Yeah. Well, then again, the GW is supposed to counteract that. I need to go checked by the doctor to see how it's going.
Yeah, just get every couple months get your blood drawn.
Hold on. This is the part where I got to save your ass here, Matt. Okay. Matt is not a doctor, so any of the products that he just mentioned, go speak with your physician. Matt doesn't know jack shit about nutrition. He's not a doctor. There you go.
All my information comes through other bodybuilders. That's it. So yeah, I'm not a doctor at all, and other nutritionists. So, but yeah, I made those decisions on my own. I do not say to take any of that. So, anyway, yeah. So
and like your chat's like, what the hell is he talking about? We know what you're talking about. They don't need to know. I just have to cover your ass.
It's steroids, but not.
It's like the gateway version of it. It's like it's not categorized as it though. But you can legally buy it though.
Matt is using it to give to his lab rat.
Lab rat, yep.
That's what it's made for. It's not made for human consumption. It is for your lab rat. So if you have a lab rat and want to experiment and be cruel to animals,
literally everything we take has been sent through lab rats.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly. Using it for lab rat uses. That's actually what the bodybuilders keep saying too when they talk about it. It's saying lab rat.
I'm really surprised that Scott Gruenwald wanted you to take a look at that photo.
Yeah, he says that what he said, this is his exact words, is that he says he was there completely alone. No one goes to that place with him, is what he says. And when he saw the photo, he freaked out and left. So that's what he said. it's coming for him.
Yeah, it's hard. You're given a photo. It looks exactly like someone was standing in the doorway.
And how would he not see that if it was
right?
physical?
So the only thing you can do is just take his word for it.
Yeah, and here's the thing: like something being physical, we can't say that isn't possible when it comes to a apparition forming.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, we don't know 100%. But if it could show physical, it shows things physical, I would think that you'd be able to see it in front of him, like he would see it right in front of him.
Here's the thing: the optics and how camera sensors and the lenses are designed are not exactly like how the eye sees things.
Mm-hmm.
So but what I'm looking at is how the light is acting in the photo and how the camera is receiving the light information and hitting the sensor and doing its job to create the image. It will show you what's physically going on with the light interacting with the physical objects there. And you look at the shadow, the highlights, the highlight roll off. You can see that something's 3-dimensional standing there. It's not like this shadow person that's 2D or whatever.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't like when people send me their photos because no matter what I tell them, no matter how you can go back and recreate that, I'm wrong. I'm an idiot, and because I didn't capture it, I'm going to say it's not real. So
what I always tell people is if you're taking photos, well, the paranormal happens when it wants to. You can't really predict it.
Right.
That's why it sucks. But if you're like in an investigation, or if you're taking a tour through that it's haunted, like stick some kind of action camera or some video with your stills. Like That's what we do. Like we'll stick a GoPro or whatever on our cameras. So as we're taking pictures, we see something weird in it. We'll go look at the video footage to see what was going on there.
Right. And then you can, with video, you can go frame by frame and see if it's something that happened so fast that you missed while you're looking at
it. They say take 3 photos. I'm like, why not take 24 a second or 30 a second or 60 a second? That's called video.
And I'm always pointing my camera. And when I'm filming, I usually point my camera the direction that I'm taking a picture of it anyways. But I don't know. It's no matter how you try to explain it to people, man, it's like, I don't know. It's like, do you understand how cameras work? Well, yeah. Push button, it goes poof. And then you get the picture, and it's like, yeah, it's a little more than that.
It goes poof.
Yeah.
You're talking about 200 years ago, right? When the flash was a pile of gunpowder or whatever.
Yes, and dude, like, imagine if you had to investigate with that. Okay, Ghost, we're going to take a photo. You know how much money that would be back then, too, for getting that film? I know there's a TV playing in the background.
But I don't know. I don't like looking at other people's photos, especially orb photos. It's like, come on.
Yeah, I gotta take the look at this EXIF data. This guy sends me what looks like an orb photo in pitch dark, and you're like, okay, a flash caught something right in front of the lens. It looks blurry. It looks weird. It's probably something right there between the focal point and the lens. And, he's like, well, the flash didn't fire. So I have not looked. He sent me the original files. All you got to do is go in there, load it to Lightroom or Photoshop, and look at the info. It'll tell you if the flash fired.
Right.
So if the flash didn't fire, and you're like, okay, what the hell is that then? But I suspect to see that the flash fired. I have not been able to find a photo with that type of anomaly where the flash didn't fire. Why would someone be standing there in pitch dark taking photos?
Yeah.
Now that I would like to see.
So here's the question for Joe, Justin, Matt. I have an actual picture of a mirror. There's a raven in the mirror with something in its mouth. What do you think about that? Yeah, send us the photo. Photo. We'll review it on here. I'm muting myself every time, sometimes, so you guys don't have to hear the TV so loud.
That sucks.
You're probably going to have to end the show soon if it keeps happening.
Yeah, you need to have Rocky fund you a studio
with his millions of dollars.
I gotta
Just kidding.
I gotta figure out what's going on with my microphone. I have a nice microphone, man, but it keeps cutting in and out. I don't know if it's the cord.
I'm not hearing it right now.
No, you're not, because I'm coming through my camera.
Oh. Actually, hold on 1 second. Let me change my... Because I don't think you hear as much background with this other mic. Let's do my...
Hold on, I got a vacuum.
Hello. You hear me?
Hello. Yeah, it sounds like dog shit, but I hear you.
What happened to your other mic, the Blue Yeti?
It doesn't cancel out the sound.
Hey, okay, I'm going to help you out here, Matt. Listen to me. That microphone, it's the same mic I got. See how mine is?
Yeah.
The pickup pattern is the CAD with the blinky light facing you. So you have it facing up to the ceiling, so it's going to capture everything in front of you, above you. So face it around towards you like this.
My mic's the same way. What kind of mic is that, Justin?
It's a CAD U37. Some obscure Amazon mic that sounds decent.
Yeah, same thing for me.
Quick. Let me change it. Changing my audio.
Okay, you'll still hear the background, but it won't be as loud.
Okay, how about now?
Oh, that's insanely better.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Awesome. Okay, good. Now we're getting it like this.
Dude, your audio quality just jumped 200%.
Yeah.
Yes! Just from a position change.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know your mic was like that, man. Otherwise, I would have told you that a long time ago.
Well, I think he asked me what mic I use, and I think that's why he bought that.
Yeah, because it was a good price. And
it was. What was it, like $30 or something? 40?
Yeah, dude, I was using a Yeti mic, which is my brother's. He gave it to me. And then when I was trying to use it, I realized that this one has better quality. For some reason, even though that one's more expensive, so I switched back to this one.
Dude, when you get done with this broadcast, I want you to listen to the difference. It's crazy, dude.
I can't wait. Now this mic's going to be right up there, right up front. I wonder if I can lower this. Let's see if I can lower it. But yeah, going to email. Oh, so Sabra is going to email me the pic. Can you send it by devilshourproductions@gmail.com?
Do yourself a favor though, Matt. Turn yourself down a little bit.
Okay, well, on the CAD U37s, they have a negative 10 dB switch.
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah, so just when you get up on it, you're definitely going to be pushing. Your compression waves are going to be insane up on that transducer. You're going to be blowing it out.
Yeah, right now it's at 0. I have it at 0 at the moment.
See, it sounds perfectly fine where you're at now.
Right.
Okay, I won't go up to it. It's
and
like
less
natural.
background noise. Yeah, now there's also less background noise.
Right.
So.
Perfect. Good.
Audiophile in the house.
Yes. Yeah, devilshourproductions@gmail.com. And then I'm going to go check right now.
So, didn't YouTube used to support 5.1 surround sound? Because I was going to implement that on my stuff, but I could have swore.
If they did, it wasn't any time recent. I know that it's just stereo now, and I think they compress it to something stupid like the ACC or whatever codec.
It's a Sony codec.
Yeah, well, they stopped doing the MP3 codecs and went to the ACC. What pretty much all the cheap recorders and video cameras use ACC a lot, which is pretty much just like a lossy format like MP3.
Right.
Yeah, I always use wave format. Get the raw audio. Get all the bit rate in there.
Joe's like, I use 96K 24-bit, but I ran out of space on my SD card.
No. That doesn't happen.
I can
record on my cards like 32 hours.
Well, I know when you were filming with us at Madison Seminary, you actually ran out of space.
I don't think I ran out of space. I think something else happened. I think the battery died.
I remember when reviewing, you were up in Sarah's room with Jessica. You had bent over to stick a recorder in the closet, and that's when it stopped. So you bending over may have done something.
Oh, because it should have been on the hold position. My bad. I'm sorry, Justin. I'll let you punch me in the face when you see me.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, Joe, are you coming to MadCon with us?
No.
No.
As you can see, the video turned out fine.
It was sent, is what was told. Refresh.
There's always problems like that on investigation.
You can never win. It can never just be perfect.
Nope.
Perfect. What's perfect? I'm just kidding.
Dude, this OSR investigation, what I do, well, I live streamed it in Death Trippers, you may have seen. I went through and tested every fucking battery with a battery tester. I made sure that every battery was charged. I go into the bullpen, I'm putting the battery, or hooking up a wireless microphone, and it's cutting off. And I pull those things out of there, Joe, and hook them up to my tester, and they're dead. Explain how AA lithium-ion energizer batteries drain within a 3-4 hour period like that.
Well,
I don't understand that.
We had that problem at the Afterlife Museum when you were doing the interview.
Dude, that's on a whole nother level of what the fuck.
Yeah, that was strange. And then I felt like I was getting choked, and I couldn't get out of there quick enough. I started coughing while he was filming. I'm like,
dude,
crap.
Josh Bender looked bad.
Yeah, same thing happened to Josh, but Josh got it real bad.
Just letting you know, Sabra, I didn't get it, so I sent the email. Just
check your spam. Check your spam folder. Oh, I did.
Yeah, I did. I already checked it. Yep, not there.
So,
copy and paste the one I just sent in the chat. If you have a Facebook, message me on Facebook. I'll send it to you there. If you can't copy on YouTube.
But I had fun working with you guys, man. It was a lot of fun.
That's good. I'm glad you did.
He never says that about me, though.
Well, you're just a pain in the ass.
I think I've worked with Joe more than you.
Yeah, I know. It's because
no, you were further away.
But it's completely Matt's fault why he is not in the group Interface Death. He could have been there the whole time.
I know.
I told you. I told you, man.
Yeah,
Bad decision.
Oh, yeah. Agreed. A lot of stupid mistakes I made in the past.
That investigation, Julie, that investigation is actually on Justin's channel.
Which one?
The Afterlife Museum, I believe, is what she's talking about.
Yeah. If you go to do you want me to put the URL in?
Yeah, go ahead. Might as well.
Do I have to be a moderator to do that?
Oh, wait, let me make you a moderator.
Okay.
Because I'm not doing it for you. It's not my channel.
Type in it real quick, Justin. Just say test or whatever you want.
Oh, crap. Hold on.
So I can just find you easier.
We should.
Let's see. Maybe I could go back from it.
I got it.
Okay.
There. You asked for it.
Oh, thank you for the 41 likes, by the way. Oh, I got 10. It's probably spam ones. I get spam ones sometimes. It will go down after.
Yeah, that was the conclusion, the season finale of last season. Joe's like on half of the episodes or more than half, like 3 or 4 of them. Plus, he helped me with the Haunted Hartford City documentary that's on our website.
Right.
Oh, great. Thank you, Justin.
Did you see that?
Yeah. You're a moderator now. And
yeah, okay. I'm looking for it. What was it? I missed what you said.
I said I made you a moderator now, and I regret it already. I'm just kidding.
I can't refrain myself from doing it anymore. You look nothing like the guy now, and you still get shit.
I know. He doesn't wear curved hats or American flag ball caps, people.
No. Okay. Here it is. There's a playlist for the whole season. Joe's on it. Plus, if you want to check out our commercial documentary, it's at the website connected to the YouTube. It's interfacedeath.net. that features a location that's in Man versus Paranormal and the stuff you just did, Monroe House stuff, right, guys? Both of you did.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the photo now. Let me save it. Oh, is it a screenshot? Can you send the original photo? It looks like a screenshot of it.
We had audio problems. We had battery drains. Our cameras were shutting off. It was it sucked.
It was a nightmare. I couldn't stay in the jail for very long, man. The damn cats.
Oh yeah, the cat. That was that made me sick. I was sick for 2 weeks.
Where is it supposed to be, and what is it again? Or some kind of raven? I see a lot of. Is this what they're talking about? It looks like it could be just pareidolia. Is what you're looking at because there's so much smudging and glare and everything.
I see her hand with. She's wearing some rings.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Some reflection there. That could cause the green right there. Is the reflection of the rings. But
boy, that mirror has got some serious.
Yeah, I know smudges all over and dust.
Oh, Matt, you're gonna get a copyright strike.
Oh no!
Just add stuff to it. Penis. Balls.
Oh God.
Well, yeah, we did have a lot of fun, didn't we, Joe? We laughed probably.
Oh God, it was
90% of the time.
Right. No, it was a blast. It was a lot of fun working with you guys, and that's funny because you guys talk about well, this is how we do it. The girls they stay out, while we go do our thing, and I get there and helping you guys out. And I'm like, damn, dude, it's kind of a dick. He's really making them stay out and away from the location.
Well, you got to do what you got to do, man.
Right. It's like, damn, it's hot out here. These girls are dying. They're over here like, got to use the bathroom. Justin's like, no, don't come in here. No, I'm kidding.
Hold it.
No, he's like, make sure you're recording the whole time. Because he has like a thing where you have to be recording the whole time you're in the location, which makes sense. But I think it's funny, like when you go to the restroom.
Yeah, when they go to the bathroom, they're like trying to cover their POV cam, but you can't cover your microphone, so you're hearing it, and you're just like, okay, I'm just going to fast forward through there, and it is what it is.
Right. No, I know. It's the same way too. I got lav mics, and I want everybody mic'd up and stuff like that. It's like
later, I'm going to release all the clips of us pissing, shitting, and farting
on Patreon.
It's just going to be like a South Park mix of all of that.
You just give the names of the people. You're like, here's Derek.
Yeah, you're going to do some comparisons. Well, spectral analysis of this one indicates this.
Oh, he has a beautiful stream going there.
That's so gross. People will be like, oh, this is some weird ASMR first person piss porn or something.
You're like,
God, this is so stupid and funny.
That's my favorite kind. That's my favorite. That's my jam, Joe.
Frank says girth comparison.
There you go.
Okay, here's the whole team's girth size. Compare them. Which one's better?
You should have a Devil's Hour jig with different size diameter holes, so you can compare girth.
Yeah, the Devil's Hour will be changing in size.
That's perfect. It has a thing that you can change the aperture.
Now remember, the louder the stream is, the longer amount of time it takes to hit the water. So there's some size comparison you can do there.
So
you're science?
Yeah. So basically, you're going to have to judge the length of the toilet bowl, where the water is in the toilet bowl, the height of the person.
Your views have got to be going down. They're actually going up.
That's getting yelled at by his mommy.
I'm talking too loud, apparently, for the movie.
Well, you should probably end it because people are trying to watch TV, and now we're over here making piss jokes.
It is. Wait, what was this? Matt, it's not his clothing that makes all y'all similar. Then what is it then? What is it, Whisper Soul? You're talking about Bagans again?
No, if you go back to the Soul Seeker days of Matt, there's a noticeable similarity to the overall obsession with dark things. That I guess Zach and Matt both liked Batman.
No, for me, it was I did like the similar shirts he wore. I liked Affliction shirts back then. I liked the UFC stuff because I watched UFC a lot back then.
You two just need to get together and fuck. Just get it over with.
No.
We want to see the baby.
Oh my God, no. But yeah, what do you mean by that, Whisper Soul? I'm curious.
I can hear the voiceover now from the baby.
Oh my God, it became the most epic voiceover ever. Just kidding.
It's like I'm in this tree house all by myself.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was a joke we would use a joke about from Man vs. Paranormal. Some of the voiceover you would say like, "I'm here all by myself." He keeps saying it over and over.
We do not have the same facial hair. He has his lower, where it's just at the end of his chin. I have facial hair up here, and it's actually kind of died down a little bit because the Rad 140 kind of makes me lose a little bit of hair. My hair's a lot flat. Even my goatee doesn't look as full anymore. That will change after this month.
You're gonna look like a straight up cancer patient.
I know, right? Hair is falling out like it almost, but it'll be back to normal after I'm.
Some of that shit is for cancer patients. No joke. That's what they're designed for. For like people who.
It's for medical reasons. Medical reasons.
For your lab rat.
Lab rat, yeah. And so, but it is making things get bigger.
That's a dick.
That's enlarged 10 times. I'm just kidding.
The reason why Matt thinks his dick is so big is because he has small hands.
It's above average. I've measured it.
He always bitches about his legs being skinny, and his middle leg's just as big, so he's kind of like...
That's hilarious.
He's like, I'm a tripod.
I don't see it. I never thought you actually looked like him. Thank you.
He doesn't at all now.
She gets brownie points.
God. So I had a company get a hold of me last year, Stephanie, and they're like, oh, we're interested we're wondering if you're interested in doing this, whatever. They didn't tell me exactly what it was. I knew it had something to do with the show. And they're like, except that Matt guy. I don't remember how it went. He kind of reminds us of somebody who already works at our network. I'm like, well, that's obviously Travel Channel. So I literally, no joke, type back, Zach, send.
Hey, look at that merch.
This is amazing. I think it might be my new wallpaper.
Justin getting some new Jack material.
Oh yes. It's gonna be his new, like every live show. It's just gonna be the background.
Instead of Matt Tackle, should it be like FAP or not too fap?
Oh my God!
Oh, get it out of here!
Oh, shit. Well, this has officially turned into a shit show now.
How did you find that within YouTube?
Dude, that's on Discord.
Oh, it's on Discord. Okay.
You shouldn't have sent it to me. Copy and paste is not your friend.
Yeah, I thought it was some people were mentioning cartoon version. I was like, okay, I can do that. And then I got someone to do it for me.
See, I'm adding content.
Oh yes, you're adding. It's free promotion. It's in the link in the description below. Teespring. Saber's like, my virgin years.
Yeah, you don't. When you get, especially the three of us together, it can go south pretty quick.
Oh yes. It's Saber also says, "Don't insult the chicken legs." Thank you, Saber, for looking out for me.
There's a whole support group out there, huh?
Yep, there's a whole support group, and she is running it.
They get together, do power squats.
Yes, we do, and it still doesn't grow. It pisses you off.
Your knees go out, and your legs are still skinny. Your back gets thrown out.
Oh yes. You found another picture of the same mirror. Did it get Windexed after?
All right. Guys, I'm going to jump off here.
Don't jump, Joe. Don't do it.
Don't do it. It would just be the two of us.
I think this is the longest I've seen Joe's hair.
My hair's been a lot longer.
Hair. It's quarantine hair.
No, it's just called I'm too damn lazy to get a haircut.
I just got a haircut today.
I could tell. You got the same cut I like.
High and tight, buddy.
High and tight, buddy. Exactly.
It's a little longer than I keep it, but whatever.
I keep it a little bit of length on top usually. Right now, I kind of got not too long ago. Like I said, I'm losing hair though. But yep, got mine,
dude. Like I'm jacked, but I look like a fucking potato. What the hell?
It's only one more month, and I get it. It'll come back full.
You need to have a meme drawn up on Fiverr of you looking like a lab rat now.
Next shirt. Someone, I think it was Selena, definitely. But they're wanting a freaking... Okay, there's this stupid thing that started happening on my channel where they wanted me as a penguin. And the reasoning why is because... Matt Tactical Penguin. Because when I was at the Mackey Mansion... I know, right? It doesn't make sense until I describe it. I got a pebble thrown at me from an entity, and I saved the pebble, and I kept it as a souvenir. And because of that, see, they're already doing hashtags. Because of that, you know how penguins save rocks for their mates?
Oh, okay.
So now they call me a penguin because I saved the rocks that are thrown at me by the entities, which is true.
Whoa.
I did. Yeah.
That's deep, dude.
So deep, bro.
I like that.
So now they're wanting a tattoo.
That's your spirit animal now.
No, it's the wolf. Actually, this is kind of cool what I got from Virginia City. It's kind of cool.
It is.
Yeah, because the wolf is my spirit animal. Is what was told by a medium, and then I looked into it, and I was like, oh, it does actually sound a lot like me. It's kind of weird because I looked at all the other animals, and all the other ones don't sound like me, so it's kind of weird. So it seemed like she might have been right. I don't know.
I'm gonna bounce.
You bounce, Joe.
So thank you all for like the donations and stuff. Justin, it's been fun. Matt, it's been fun. I'm gonna let the dog out and get a couple of things done here. So goodbye.
Have a good night.
There you guys go. Since you guys are donating so much, I'll take off the hats for you. All those donations, you guys, I will do the hats.
I'll show you my bald spots and patches coming. Jesus
it's not patching yet. I say yet, but you can tell like within the hair, like it's not full anymore.
It's thinner.
It's a lot thinner, and it's not full. Like you don't. I guess that's pretty bad.
Dude, I could tell because you had the thickest, nappiest hair before.
Yeah, dude. You can tell. It'll come back, though. Don't worry. It's not gone forever. It's just temporary.
Your optimism is so blinding right now. I'm being blinded by your optimism. You're the most optimistic person I know.
I know.
Like everybody hates me.
Have you ever seen me super pissed before? Ever?
Not pissed as like the definition version of pissed. There was a phone call I remember where you were very unhappy.
Oh yeah.
But you were more emotional, like sadder than you were pissed. But there was elements of I'm pissed the fuck off too in there. But it wasn't like a violent, you never get violent or you never get aggro, as they say.
Yeah.
You're a pretty chill guy, and I like you for it.
It's I'm starting to get a Superman curl. You got a Superman curl.
It's more like a Gerber baby curl, dude. It's like I was once bald and I'm trying to grow my hair.
Dude, you should have seen my hair before I took Rad 140. It was not like this at all. I'll show you in a couple months after I'm off of it.
Wow.
It's pretty it's not good. Like even when I was in like 2017, you could see I used to like grow out my hair, didn't even do the high and tights. You can see how curly what my hair was in some of that video.
See, I remember you telling me you always cut your hair short because it looks like garbage long. It's like a fro or whatever.
Yeah, I used to have a Jufro is what they call it.
Mm-hmm. Well, a Jufro could be cool if you like have to pick it out every day.
I don't know. That's not my style. It doesn't look like me. I like the high and tights though.
Dude, when the Matte Tactical wears off, you get a little bit of years on your belt, you might want to go retro and have the fro.
Go all out for that fro, man.
you can steal Jared Poland's stuff and go like Fro Knows Paranormal.
I know, right? I'll be like Fro Knows Paranormal. People that don't know that.
I would pay to see that actually. I would be like, hey Jared, I'll send him a fucking DM on Instagram. Be like, look, dude, you have to appreciate this. He would laugh his ass off.
Fro Knows Paranormal. And I make a website too saying that.
Yeah, and you talk about Squarespace all the time.
Yep, I'll talk about Squarespace and I'll be like, if you really want to show off your apparition photos, Squarespace is perfect.
Yeah, and you have to I shoot RAW.
And I shoot RAW only. So you can really enhance those apparition photos.
Right.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Jared Poland. If you want to learn basic photography, that's one of the better channels on YouTube to do it.
Agreed. It was funny though, dude. I watched him get like a guy that does photography for buildings and architecture.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You saw him get butt hurt when that architecture one was like nitpicking and stuff.
He took it as well as Jared could take it, I think. But you could tell that it's tough.
Yep. Because being a photographer, I'm a photographer. I'm not a specific category. I don't think for me. And Justin's a photographer too. I like doing a lot of different types of photography. I don't specialize in one specific one, but like I've done people, I've done photography of animals. I don't have all the nice equipment like some photographers do. But like I took one of my favorite photos. I took with a very crappy 300mm lens. It's all manual. And it was the 3-bird photo. I think I showed you this photo before. Justin. That photo was the only issue with that photo is like I think I need to adjust the f-stop on it or something because the back birds are a little bit more blurred than the one in the middle. Which, if any of them were going to be blurred, I guess I chose the right one to be focused, which is the middle bird. But because they're at different distances, but it turned out pretty good. But if I could change one thing, it would be that.
Nature photography is hard, dude.
Oh, yeah, especially when they're in action. That's in flight mode. The coolest part about that photo is that both of the bird wings are in different positions. Mm-hmm. So it turned out really good. But for that one thing, I wish I would have been changed during that one moment. But you can't always get it perfect.
I think that was one of the things that you liked about my work was my eye for photography.
Oh yeah.
And we had very similar, likes on how we viewed photography and, I like a lot of my photography. I prefer contrasty, but I've been trying to experiment with some things a little bit softer. You want to try to broaden your horizons, as they say. You want to try to get out of your comfort zone in your box. Because there's a lot of new styles that you see on Instagram where they leave all giant kinds of headroom or, they mute the colors, do all kinds of weird different things that kind of go against the rules of what's traditionally known as what you want to do photography-wise and composition. But
dude,
it's cool. It's cool to do all those things.
Yeah, like getting out of your uncomfortable zone. Like You know how long it's been that I've edited something outside of paranormal? Recently.
I have no idea.
It's been years since high school. And so I decided to do a couple skit videos, still involving the paranormal a bit, but they're funny and not completely paranormal. They're skits, and it was fun, like getting out of that zone of like only dark and dark editing style. And so like I did a couple skits, and it was fun to do. I did one with Liego Papa TV is his YouTube channel. He's a paranormal investigator, but we had a little intro of us like meeting. It was a plan. This skit was obviously planned and everything, but it was just funny because he's an MMA fighter. He's the guy that choked me out. I don't know if you saw that video.
I don't think I did.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to read the comments here.
What's the comments?
Carl Baker says, good photography is without the use of editing, which is something that in the photography field that people debate about. Like, you try to achieve everything in camera, and once you get to the part where you're compositing and editing, it's really not photography after that point, which is true. Like, there is a debate that's, plausible. That's a plausible stance to take. A guy on that I friended on Facebook years ago, like 5-6 years ago, he's that type of photographer. He doesn't really edit. He doesn't shoot raw, and he gets everything in camera. And if he does black and white, he just sets the black and white setting in his camera to black and white.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's loud, dude. It must be an intense scene.
It's an intense scene, all right. It's Red. I think she's watching Red.
It's porn.
Are you watching Red, Mom?
His mom's watching porn.
Red. Red is a good movie, actually. Even though the gun play is bad, like it's typical Hollywood. But other than that, it's a funny movie, and good action, I guess you would say. John Wick's my favorite, by the way. They do it right when it comes to guns. They finally do it right. I'm like, finally, a movie that does it right. Have you
watched Last Man Standing yet? Remember me suggesting that movie to you?
Yes. Oh no, I watched Oh yes, the one with
Bruce
the Rock,
Willis.
Right? Oh,
Bruce
right, no.
Willis. It's out west. Yeah, you still haven't watched it.
No, I haven't.
Dude, Duel 1911s. You have to watch it. You have to. It's badass.
Okay. I'll have to watch it. One of the movies like John Wick 2 or 3, I forgot which one, but one scene I absolutely loved is when he's firing his pistol underwater in John Wick. It actually does the right physics. It stops the round, slows the bullet enough to where it doesn't kill him. And so I was like, even Saving Private Ryan didn't get that.
So it's
right.
like getting shot with a really nasty paintball?
To the distance he was at,
or like an airsoft round, like blank.
It didn't really do anything. It didn't even reach to him completely. It was in the pistol, but
because they deflect, like they arc and do weird things.
Yeah, it slows it down a lot, and that's why when I watched that, I was like, yes, they got it right. Like even Saving Private Ryan, which was one of the more realistic type battle scenes, but they got that one part wrong, where the people be shot up underwater and everything. I was like, that wouldn't happen. But John Wick is my favorite when it comes to gunplay. It's awesome. When it comes to fighting, I really like Transporter. Have you seen Transporter?
Oh yeah, Jason Statham is really
Jason
good.
Statham's my favorite action actor. Jason Statham's a badass.
He is. That man knows how to do martial arts
and make it look badass. He's the perfect role of an action actor. Like,
yeah, what's that swagger he's got? He's got a good swag.
Yeah. Except I was. What's your favorite action movie? Out of curiosity.
Fuck, dude. I don't even know. My
categories, but yeah, keep going.
John Wick's good. I like fantasy a lot, so if you mix fantasy with action, and if we're talking about Keanu Reeves, it's The Matrix.
Oh yes,
I'm like, because I appreciate everything when you get it technically right and you go through all the learning and trying to get that to look right on film, because a lot of films spend a lot of money and time trying to make it look right and look cinematic, which is a give and take there. I do like Last Man Standing. I do like Wyatt Earp, or was it Tombstone? That
Oh,
movie.
Tombstone's good. I like
I
Tombstone.
watched that over and over. It's not really maybe an action movie. It's like a western, but there's a lot of action and gun shooting in it. But
Yeah.
Last Man Standing is so good, dude, because it's the amount of 45 ACP shot in that movie is really good, dude. It's so good.
I really liked Hobbs and Shaw, which
Oh
is
yeah.
hilarious. By the way, like I thought that movie was better than the whole franchise of the Fast and Furious. Those two work perfect together.
But I really want to see Fast 9 though.
Yeah, me too.
It looks like it's going to be pretty good because John Cena's. We got to see him play something like that. That's
Yeah. Also, I like John Cena is now in the new Suicide Squad movie that's coming out.
no shit. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, it's Suicide Squad. The new one looks like it's going to be badass because it actually has an actor. Sorry, I meant to say director that did Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, I'll do.
So that's
Guardians of
gonna
the
be badass.
Galaxy is so good.
Oh yes. Now imagine he's perfect for, and I think they're making it rated R also, because
Oh God.
so they're making a rated R Suicide Squad movie with him in as the director. That's awesome.
I think, dude, this is going to be weird, but I think Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 might be the most entertaining films I've watched in a while.
Oh yeah, I thought they were entertaining too.
Dude. When I looked at the covers and all the artwork and all the promos for it, I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? It looks goofy, it looks stupid, but when you watch that, you're like, whoa, I can't stop watching it. Like, it's awesome how they did the script was awesome, the CGI was awesome, the characters and how they developed them and how the dynamic with all of them, dude, like it's so well done. I watch it over and over. It's hilarious.
Yeah, James Gunn, it was excellent for doing multiple characters in one movie, like a team up movie. And that Suicide Squad is like basically
Yeah.
the DC's team up, but they're all bad guys, and so it's gonna be awesome. Matt emailed you a picture. Okay, let me check. I also got pictures from Sabra too. No, I see what you're talking about. Sabra. Here, I can show those too if you want. Here, let me show this my screen. Got cops in now. Just kidding. Okay, so here we go. So this is another angle. It's the same. It's the thing that's different about this Sabra is that the flash is above now. You're not going to get the same glare effect that you got before. So
That's a cool mirror, by the way.
it is a cool mirror. I like goth. Obviously, I like goth stuff. So this is the original photo. The other one was a screenshot, but still, I think.
So
that's
what is she seeing?
I think she's seen. She said something like a raven or something.
Okay, in the middle, I see what she's seeing as a raven. It looks like
Yeah.
there's a raven perched on her hand,
Mhm.
but that's just like as you
Pareidolia.
said, pareidolia. Your brain is making sense out of all the random information in the photo. The brain is so good at doing that. Like, especially some people's brains. That's why they start doing the ink spot analysis with psychology.
Yeah.
They wanted to determine at what level your apophenia and pareidolia is, because some of that has to do with certain psychological disorders, psychosis, and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And
I'm not saying you're crazy though. It's everybody sees shit like that.
Yeah. Pareidolia is very common, actually. Like the Jesus in the toast thing that you see that little meme or that photo.
Dude,
that
did
went
you
around.
watch the Interface Death Weekly episode where they had the Jesus in the wood?
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh, I'll bring that up. It's cool and funny at the same time.
Awesome. Selena, I did not get your photo. It's only Sabra's photos that were sent. I didn't get yours sent. Make sure you put the S in productions. Some people forget that. I took off one ear for the headphones so I know how loud I'm being, because apparently I'm yelling it.
Shut up, Matt. It's gonna make me look hard for this.
Look very hard. Just kidding. I'm excited for Tenet also. Anything Christopher Nolan related, I'm excited to see.
All right, let me change my cam to my virtual cam. There's Jesus.
Oh my gosh. What?
Image of Jesus discovered in cut tree branch.
That's insane. That's so weird.
It is weird. Like they do a video like explaining how they discovered it and everything. Wait a minute. They were cutting trees and all of a sudden they look at it and it's like, "Whoa, look. It's Jesus." And I'm like, "Whoa, dude. These people are like they need to read up on pareidolia."
Yeah.
That's what this is. People see images in the sky and they think it's, a spiritual.
Hello, Nikki.
I mean, look at that, dude. That's rad.
That is cool. That's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, so a lot of pareidolia that I see is cool, like that fucking the unicorn in the clouds. Whoops. Mm-hmm. That's my favorite one. See, this one right here, dude. That's so cool.
That is cool.
Like, come on, like that's about as cool as it gets.
Damn. I haven't even seen that one.
You haven't? Oh, dude, I look up cool pareidolia all the time because I educate people on it all the time.
Yeah.
And it's just a cloud.
That is pretty cool.
It is.
What? Have you heard of the Tenet, by the way?
I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, it's Christopher Nolan, so you know it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Has he ever made a bad movie? I don't think he has.
No.
Basically, it's like being able to control time within a certain time, like reverse a few seconds. Mm-hmm. And it's cool how he does it. Like, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I want to see it. It's in theaters right now. I want to go watch it. Tenet. The Snyder Cut's finally being released.
Yeah, Danielle says, now that's a sign for someone, even if it's pareidolia. I'm like, if I would solve that, I'd be like, I would be, trying to make sense of how something so perfect like that can form. There's another one. You've seen the face one, where it looks like this face. It's like the storm front coming in, but it's just this scary looking face.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
When you see that, you're like, it looks like something's just carved out of granite. And it's floating through the air.
Imagine that coming to you. Be like, what the fuck?
So what's interesting about pareidolia is the brain is designed to do this. Like when you go down the rabbit hole of psychology and all the research they've done, the reality that we see is reconstructed in our head. It's not actually what's there, but we subjectively reconstruct it and make sense of it in our head. It's kind of like a virtual augmented reality that we're seeing in our head. Not everybody sees and experiences the world and reality the same way. So that's why you get everybody with all these varying opinions. They see different things. They don't remember everything correctly. And your perception and your memory gets skewed. And it just shapes everything a completely different way than what's actually going on. So once you start learning that, you have to distrust a lot of the things that your senses are telling you. Like if you get tinglies during an investigation, you got to learn about psychosomatic responses. If all these things you need to know if you want to determine.
We also do that, like the whole goosebumps thing. Like when you listen to certain music that really just gets to you.
That's the ASMR effect.
Yeah. ASMR. I never actually listened to ASMR really, like
Yeah.
actually sat down and listened, but I think it's a little weird. It's like, look at my toast. Like, I want to eat this toast. It's so weird.
Yeah. It's a autonomous sensory meridian response. Is what it's the full version of what the acronym means, and it's the tingly sensation you get from certain audio stimuli. So if it's music or someone talking in the mic, doing some weird. A lot of people like crinkling plastic. They like this fucking sound. If you go down the ASMR rabbit hole, you can find some weird stuff. But people get that tingly, up their neck or down their arms. So all of that is ASMR.
Interesting.
It's autonomous sensory meridian response.
Yeah, I never had ASMR do that to me before, but I never sat down and done it for a long time and find it.
But
The
you
rat
get it from
sound,
music. That's the same
but
thing.
music I have, and also some of the stuff I edit. Sometimes I get that too.
Yes,
So-
that's all ASMR.
Yeah. I like it. Like, my favorite compliments I get from people for my videos is when they say they got the goosebumps. I'm like, yes. Yes.
I've had people tell me that they got the goosebumps from me saying something to them in a certain way.
That's cool. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. Perfect example. They like the very beginning of the Harrisville haunting. Some people said they got goosebumps from that build up sequence. That not talking on here in detail, but there's a build up sequence, and a couple people said that they got the goosebumps from that. And I was like, I love that compliment. My favorite compliment when someone say they got the goosebumps. That means they really got into it. I think to get the full effect, that's why us as filmmakers, we just like use headphones because you get the full effect. It's like you're immersed with the music and sound design that we do in our editing, and I like it way more when people get the full experience with the either headphones, and sometimes speakers get messed up a little bit with certain sounds. But I think you have more knowledge about that stuff than I do when it comes to getting the sound right.
The speakers, what they do is they got a magnet and a coil on the back of them. So it's electromagnetic induction. So when the current comes down the wires, it moves the coil over the magnet to simulate the compression waves in the atmosphere. So when we talk, we make compression waves in the atmosphere. So that's the speaker compressing the waves.
Yeah.
So some speakers compress the waves differently.
Yeah.
The physics and the makeup of the speakers is what you're talking about.
Yeah, like when it comes to like TV speakers, I've noticed the biggest difference in sound. Like when it comes to our edited videos compared to my computer speakers, headphones, everything sounds great. Usually in headphones, like hear everything, and that's what's hard to differentiate which ones you need to bump up and which ones you need to bump down when you're listening from a headset. Because you could do that. Because when you put it onto a TV, for example, I'm like I watched my episode on TV, the one it's on YouTube right now for the Lasky County Hospital, and when I played it on the TV, like certain music was lower than what I heard when I was editing. I got some machine gun fire. When I'm editing, you hear like the music lower than what it was when I was listening to it earlier. So it kind of sucks. I'm like, damn it, TV audio kind of ruined it. But there's different settings on the TV or speakers to like set different tones. Like there's music setting, there's a cinematic setting, and then there's like it changes.
Okay, well, one thing you need to look out for is some headsets and speakers will boost bass in certain frequencies a different way. Now the TV, and that's the difference you're seeing or hearing, is the different mix that you're getting out of the speakers. So that's why you see professional sound designers, editors will use studio monitor speakers that are flat. They don't boost the bass. They don't boost
That's why
the
I like
bass.
these, because this is a Bose, and these ones are pretty flat headphones for these specific ones. It's a lot less bass. I didn't want a lot of bass on my headphones because that would mess with the sound that I'm editing. So I did get the more flat Bose headphones, and that was actually one of the complaints for some people, because some people like a lot of bass in the music. I do too when I listen to music, but not a lot, but more bass. And when I was looking through the reviews. That was the main complaint with this. So I was like, perfect for editing. Then it's flat. It's not super bassy. So that's why I got these headphones. Bose is pretty good. I like Bose a lot, actually.
A lot of people use them. I've never had a pair of Bose. Like, I picked these up from Amazon. They're like DJ headphones. They got the output over here just where you can chain other headphones to it, or you can mix in other audio sources into your headphones. I guess it's designed for DJing, but they've served me well editing sound.
Well, cup of stuff. I am not a Twitch person. I need to learn more. I'm guessing you mean items, like as in things that pop up or something. I don't know. I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah, why no items?
I think they mean like, because I've seen a lot of Twitch streamers, and from their stuff, they have stuff that pop up, and I don't know. What do you mean by items?
You need to watch my stuff then. I use Streamlabs and all that.
Oh, thank you so much for becoming a new member, Rotting Doll. Thank you so much. I mean, that monitors. They mean not items. She means means ear monitors, and ear monitors. You mean? I'm confused now.
Items. It can mean anything. Why don't you have more dildos?
Good question. I'm just kidding.
So Rocky didn't look like he was a fan of the show, the show that you were explaining to him. Because I thought it was funny. I just sit down in front of my computer, as I do when I'm trying to relax, and I check my YouTube notifications. I see that you're live, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to click on it, and then you are talking about paranormal analysis to Rocky as I join. So I'm like, hello. And it was funny time. It was funny time.
I was literally just talking about you right before that part too.
Yeah.
And I mentioned you, and then all of a sudden I see you in the chat. I was like, were you listening this whole time? Then just now decided to chat?
No.
That's funny ass timing, dude, because literally we weren't talking about the whole time until the one moment I talked about you, then all of a sudden you joined.
Yeah, I thought it was weird. I'm like, this
summoned.
is the strangest. Yeah, you can say that.
You were summoned
but Rocky's like, I don't want any part of this.
It's being closed-minded, Rocky.
Well, I just, like we've talked about, like a lot of the stuff I do on my Tuesday shows involves challenging things, but trying to look at it from both sides. Yeah, and then trying to find a middle ground and see if the middle ground holds.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to pick one or the other to appease the rational mind. The rational mind does not always see the images in the mirrors and the camera photos and the things you see out of the corner of your eye, or things that the brain does to trick you or tries to fill in blanks.
Yes.
So that's where I'm kind of like, let's challenge those things, challenge our perception, challenge our tools that we use to investigate and do whatever, challenge everything, but not to the point where you're biased one way or other, like you said.
Exactly. And that's what a paranormal analysis is going to be about, too. We analyze things. Sorry, it's red. It's definitely red. I remember the scene. Basically, yeah. So basically breaking down things with a non-biased perspective, because obviously I think it more same with Justin. We both believe in the paranormal, but we also see in a more rational and scientific route.
If I had a choice, I would not believe in it. I think there's comfort in thinking that it's horse shit.
I envy them.
Yeah, I do.
Because imagine how clear our minds just being regular day life. Actually, I don't know. It gives me a sense of purpose, the paranormal.
Yeah, I understand that, but some of the stuff disturbed me early on. Some of the stuff my mom has told me has disturbed me a lot, especially when it comes to aliens and a few other things, like at the Monroe house saying that there's severed heads being lobbed down the stairs. And she's like, "Can you hear that?" I'm like, "No," but when I listen to the freaking audio, it sounds exactly like ripe tomatoes being lobbed down, hitting each step. And I'm like,
"Yep."
Oh my
For
god.
me, I'm weirder because to me that stuff just excites me, even if it's messed up. Like if it's something paranormal related, I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Like even with the aliens, I'm like super fascinated. I know they could like probably destroy this world, but I'm like super fascinated. I'm like,
Well, what bothers me is I'm the lab rat at that point.
yeah.
I'm the thing that's
I'm
like,
like,
an
"Take me."
object.
Just kidding.
I'm the object being dissected and messed with for whatever cause they're, you know, maybe it's a good cause, maybe it's a fucked up cause, I don't know, but I just don't want to be fucked with. I don't want to be picked up and messed with and all the stuff, the horrifying, you know, anecdotal reports you hear from people that's been abducted. No, thank you. I don't want any part of it. And the shit she told me, my mom told me about all the children that go missing every year. There's approximately over 1 million children worldwide that go missing. They do not fucking find them. They're gone. Now, some of them are, you know, people swipe up the kids and sell them off as sex traffickers and hell knows what else. Yeah, exactly. Fucking stay away from my butthole. All my holes stay away. But she says that there's the reptilian race of aliens eat children, and it's like an aphrodisiac to them. And I'm like, all the stuff my mom has said, she has proven to me. So all the other crazy shit she says, it's almost like you have to, by default, consider it. Right? So you're like, I don't want to consider that shit at all.
Yeah, like even the even there's a couple military members that were higher members of the military ranking, and that were part of some secret government related things. And one of them have come forth and mentioned there's 4 species on Earth right now, and one of them I think he mentioned was reptilian. And I was like, it's crazy. The Greys are another one. Another form, and they're actually, I heard that the Greys are actually more of like a kind of like they're actually more of a, what do you call it?
Organic synthetic.
Yeah, synthetic. And I thought that was interesting. So the Greys are more synthetic and everything, and then there's these other species, and then one of them actually looked very similar to human, and so I was like, whoa, this is cool. But,
whatever. The reptilians are the underground, earthbound ones.
Yes.
The Greys are the interdimensional, like synthetic, no soul, telepathic dissectors and data collectors. I think the Nordic ones is the ones that are human-like.
Yeah, that's the right one. That's the Nordics. Yeah.
I know a lot of shit about aliens, and I don't like any. Well, the Nordics could be cool, I guess.
Yeah, because don't they have emotions too? I don't remember if they did or not.
Yeah. They're as close to humans as you could possibly be. I mean, you could see one and not tell. There might be a few qualities that you could point out.
I think they named one of them. I can't remember what he said though. But I think so. You know, is it the same person that we're thinking of? The person that came forth about all this?
Dude, I've been the same as you, dude. I've been watching all the documentaries. I've been watching the Sci-Fi Channel and, you know, everything UFO related, because I do want to know what's going on, but I don't want to be first person experience with that you know. I don't want to go track down aliens. If someone close by says I saw an alien, I'll go and interview them, and you know, but I don't report things to MUFON. I don't do all that. But I'm interested and curious in all aspects of the paranormal, but I am afraid. Like I could dance with the devil in the pale moonlight, but if an alien comes near me, I'll freak out. You
just quoted Michael Keaton's Batman.
Yes. There you go. Dude, that's one of the best movie lines ever.
Do you dance with the devil in the
pale moonlight?
Pale moonlight. Yes, that was Kevin Conroy is the Batman though. There's no one better than him. He's the voice actor though. But I really like Ben Affleck.
Yeah, if you're going to investigate something, you best not be afraid of it.
Oh yes, agreed.
Because you're going to have problems.
See, I just did the ADHD thing again. You just mentioned another subject, and then, bam, just go into another subject.
See, if you guys want to know what our phone conversation's like, this is it.
Yep, here you go.
What was the longest one? What was the longest one?
Oh shit! You took a photo of it. You took a screenshot of it. Crap. I think I was on my old Facebook, not this Facebook.
I probably could find it on Facebook. Oh my God, you're gonna make me search for this. It was a long time.
Yeah, it was.
It was like 8 hours, 9 hours, or something.
Yeah.
I know. I think when we called, it was light out, and we talked all the way through the night, and it was light out in the morning.
Yeah, you're right. It was like we went all night, literally all night talking. After you find this, we are gonna have to end it though, because I want them to be able to do whatever they want.
It's gonna take me a while, so you might as well go ahead and end it, because that was a while ago, and you know me in photos. I post everything. I'm not gonna
Bro
find
knows
it anytime soon.
photos. Just kidding. Whenever I hear photos now, I think of that now.
Well, thanks for having me on, man. Thanks for introducing me to your fam.
Yeah, go subscribe again to Interface.
I guess you're going to see me like once a month on this channel.
Yeah. Yes, you will be. Everyone, welcome him to Paranormal Analysis. He's part of Devil's Hour Productions for that show now. There you go.
Well, a little tidbit before we get off. The Devil's Hour name did come from our collabs earlier on. And I think you had the production company name, and I was like, dude, that would be a really cool name for a show.
Yeah.
And
we were trying to think of a show name, and we actually, I have them unlisted on the channel right now, but we actually created Devil's Hour Live together. But it was more of like a talk, random stuff. And
yeah, we talked about the paranormal. We did movie reviews, kind of like what we're doing now.
Yeah, I know, right? We talked about our normal stuff that we do on the phone.
Maybe we'll do a little bit more of that, but we'll definitely be taking an analytical look at things from a technical standpoint, from a unbiased standpoint, where you're trying to find the truth the best way possible.
We didn't run into each other in Mansfield last weekend.
Oh, he did comment on my post. I do believe that I am friends with him on Facebook. And he's like, dude, I didn't even know you were going to be there. We could have hooked up. And I'm like, I don't know what you're doing. I didn't know you were going to be there. So I'm sorry I missed you, man.
Well, everyone, we're going to be wrapping it up now. And more copyright music in the background.
Dick, penis.
Hey, just go subscribe to Interface Death, by the way. I'm saying it over and over again because he has good content. This person.
I have two channels. If you want to do the live stuff, the new live stuff I'm doing is Interface Death Live. The edited stuff and all the older live stuff is on Interface Death Paranormal Research. So there's two now, unfortunately.
Yes. So go subscribe to both if you want to see his live shows also. Mm-hmm. And his documentaries are on his website, interfacedeath.net, www.interfacedeath.net. So if you guys want to check that out too, he has some documentaries out too. Finished ones, unlike me.
Well, I can have something to do with one of them getting finished eventually.
Yes. And so after this one I'm working on, we're going to be working together on Man versus Paranormal again. So we had a little hiccup there. So in the past, because my decisions in the past were stupid. So
it was pussy. Bros before hoes. Later, y'all.
Perfect way to end it. Well, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining. Thanks for all the donations. You guys are very awesome. That helps a lot.
It does.
I will see you next live show, Devil's Hour Live and Paranormal Analysis. Yeah, the trailer's out. I'm going to be making a new trailer when we're almost done with it, though. When we're probably done with it, actually. I'll make a new trailer. But yeah, it's on the channel if you want to see it. You can just Google, YouTube search it too. Yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.